Well, 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 here we are once again, people of the world. Welcome, welcome to yet another Scowling Flashback stream. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. You all started well to your week and you're just doing good all in all. My week has been off to a good start. I've been busy. As you can see, I created a brand new screen just for my beautiful face. The main reason actually behind this is not for you to see me better, but actually I was thinking if I'm going to be opening packs on stream as reward for ourselves for winning games, then the small webcam view is not going to do. So what do we need? We need a bigger screen, and now I believe we can see the packs much better. Look at that. Massive improvement. At least I would like to think so. Also, we have on the sides, right over here, we have the Hero Challenge progress. As you know, I am doing this because I want to play all the heroes that are currently legal to play in Classic Constructed, leading up to the ProQuest season starting next year, which will be the qualifying for the Pro Tour Amsterdam. And the Pro Tour Amsterdam is what I want to qualify for and why I'm doing this. So I'm playing all these heroes over to the side here. And you can see the ones that I've already played, they have a check mark. So we also have a small indication at the bottom here that I am into 5 of the 20 heroes. So there's 15 heroes there. Yes, there's 15 heroes left to play, plus whatever new heroes will be released with heavy hitters once that comes around. So that's our progress. We have a beautiful new screen. It wouldn't be a proper stream if something didn't immediately break. So I had something more on the screen here, but that's not here at the moment. I shall fix this for the next stream, but I think for today this is looking good, and that deserves a round of applause. What are we doing today? That is the big question. I have a big list of heroes that I still need to play. We have. I just added a list, Riptides, with a list that did pretty well in the last few days. We've played Max. We've played Azalea. So there's Levia. Uzuri is out. Prism is out. Dorinthia is still in the mix. No Bravo, Dash IO is there for the taking. Katsu, Dromai, Dash, Phi. And of course, there are some heroes that are in the list I don't have a that I don't have um, a list for. So we'll get that hopefully eventually, and we'll play that. And of course, as is normal, I am going to have to briefly send you to Be Right Back screen as I have to take care of something. Just 1 second, please. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, and then we'll dive into some flesh and blood. And that's already taken care of. So, any thoughts or recommendations of what we should play today? I'm open for suggestions. I am torn between playing something that is difficult and something that I just want to play and that I think I'm going to have fun playing. It's been a long day already, but I'm open for really anything, and we can choose whatever we want here. There's a good amount of things that we can still do. Let me just think. What was I thinking the other day? So we had a mechanologist, we played a ranger, we played an assassin, we played an illusionist, and we played a guardian. So actually, we had a very good spread of heroes already that we've played. So I think, according to that, maybe we go on to some heroes that we haven't played yet, and how about a ninja? And ninja, um, I think I will want to. How about we play some Fi games? I think I do have some experience on Fi, so maybe this is no, it's not cheating. I was gonna say maybe it's like cheating, but at the end of the day, we are going to play every single hero, even Rhinar, which is my main. So we don't discriminate. Every hero gets their turn. So I was thinking maybe we go into Katsu first, but considering it's been a long work day, it's and I deserve a little treat. I think so. After putting all this hard work into making this new interface overlay, whatever you want to call it, I think I am going to go into some fight. So let's see what kind of fight list this is. Are there any matchups? There are not. Is there a sideboard? There is a sideboard. There is not. It's just 70 cards. Um, so maybe we shall see. Now we'll just play like this. I think I know the hero plenty well that I could make somewhat good decisions what I should play here. And I think the default will be, so I'm going to just edit this list. I'm going to put this into inventory because I think on average I want to play Mask of Momentum with Kodachis. So that is out of contention. I want to play the Snapdragon Scalers, and Tide Flippers go into inventory as well. I think I would also want to play Flame Scale Furnace, usually over the Fenal Spring Tunic, and that is our equipment. So we have that. We have 70 cards in our deck. Let me think what we want to take out. I think we'll take out Erase Face. That doesn't really synergize well with the deck. So we also take out these Reinforce the Line. They're really good into some matchups. Like Azalea, I definitely want to take them in. Anything that goes big, maybe I even would take it into Dash IO. But for now, they leave my main deck. Let's see what else. I think also I would take out the Sink Below. An excellent card and should be at least a sideboard option for every single deck. But for Fi, I think on average we don't want to play that. So we now are down to 63 cards of 60. And I think I'll also take out the Warmongers and just sideboard them in as needed. So let's see, we have some really standard cards here. Ancestral Empowerment, incredible good with ninja cards. We have Bittering Thorns. This was introduced by the multiplayer set that LSS worked on with the Professor. And this card is actually only available there. I think before there was only Bittering Thorns yellow. I don't know if there was a blue, but certainly now there is a red. And this is a really cool card. I think almost every ninja deck would want this in. We have Blaze Headlong. That needs to be in. 4 for 0. Go again if you already played a card. Brand with Cinderclaw to give the cards that are not already draconic. The reason why we want to do that is because Fi has a ability that you can return a Phoenix Flame from the graveyard to your hand. And this ability costs 1 less for each draconic chain link you control. So ideally you want to have as many chain links as to make that power free. That's kind of where you want to get. And these brand with Cinder Claws, there are 3 reds here, 3 yellows, and 3 blues. And with that, we can give all the cards which are not draconic already, like this Soulbait Strike, the draconic subtype, and enable his power much better. So I can see we also have a Command and Conquer. That is pretty normal, pretty good card. Double Strike, excellent cards to make it go wide, and I think more so than Katsu, Fi's Fi really wants to go wide, wide, and even wider. The wider they can go, the better, and that's really where some of their strength comes from. So one of the strong turns would be you do Kodachi Kodachi, you go to double strike, because you can one if this so I think so when this Chain Link resolves. If it hits or not, it goes into your banished zone and you can play it there from there again. And that is really, really good with Art of War. And Art of War is an excellent card that lets you draw 2 cards. If you banish a card, so you get an extra card, and you can then give either a card go again, or you can give everything +1/+1. So the +1 to defense and +1 to attack, and that in conjunction with double strike. So that is just fantastic. So a lot of these cards, they're breakpoints, and they are go again, and they just go wide. And then you have so-called finishers. So you have cards like Lava Burst that, when played at the end of a long chain, do extra damage or salt the wound. And usually you'd keep them around, wait to hit as big as of a chain as you can, and then end the chain with that. It could be pretty brutal. For instance, if you go wide 4 or 5 cards, then you do a lava burst, and perhaps you have an extra lava burst. You break the Snapdragon Scalers as a reaction to get go again, and you play another one. And you can easily go to a point where you get 20 damage. Snatch extremely good. Also with Snapdragon Scalers, it lets you draw a card. So either you play this at the end of a chain to make sure you have something in arsenal. It's really hard to block because it's 4, and the opponent probably needs 2 to block. Or you play yeah, Snapdragon, and you give it a go again and you draw. So if in an ideal case this is the 3rd attack of a chain, you draw off this, you draw off Mask of the Momentum, and then you use um, Snapdragons, and then you have another. You can fairly decently extend your turn there. Now, one of the dangers of this deck here is that the yellow and blue count of the deck is pretty low. So and even though that is low, you could end up in a situation where you have 2 or 3 blues in your hand, and then you run out of power to do. So ideally, your hand looks like 1 blue and the rest is reds. That's what you want to see, and I think that's when you can probably pull off your biggest attacks and your biggest turns. But enough about this. This is the list that won the World Championship. So this needs to be good. Although, you know, the pilot makes a big difference here. So let's just check we got everything here. We're logged in. We're again telling people that we are streaming, so they know that joining up here, they will be on stream. And we'll go ahead and create the game and load up and see if anybody wants to play against a FI. I'm not. Well, here we go. Goofball already joined. That was not long, and this should be an interesting game. I think with the relevant on-hit effects that Bravo have, this could be quite an interesting game. All right. I think I'm not going to sideboard anything in. Just thinking about that. No, I think I'm just going to play my aggro game, and I'm going to try and just do damage, damage, damage. So ideally, as a FI, you never want to block. If you start blocking, it'll become really difficult. And now let's see if I can out damage them. They gave me first. I think that makes sense because they want to start the game with tempo and with the on hits that immediately matter. So let's submit this deck and load in. We are going to maximize our screen. Going to put that 1 Phoenix Flame that we're running into the deck, and that goes into the graveyard. That's something important to remember when you play this hero. And we go ahead.
Round 1. Fight!
So immediately we can see here that this is not an ideal hand, because we can't easily do Kodachi Kodachi because you need a 0 cost card to give it go again, and ideally you'd want that to be a blue, so you have enough resources to play the rest of your hand. So I am just going to play a Brand with Cinderclaw, pass for 3 attack. I'm assuming they're just going to block that, as one would. Yes, that's just a block. Okay, I think what I want to do here is put the Art of War into Arsenal. That is really crucial for my overall game plan. Some of the biggest turns that FAB has are off the back of Art of War, and introducing that right at the very start of the game will put me in the position where I can put on pressure immediately, and pressure is really where I want to go with this matchup. The more they block, oh, I see. So I just recognize they have a Titan's Fist and they have a Steel Braid Buckler. That means they're going to go very defensive in this game. So they're just going to block, 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 block as much as they can, and then swing the hammer for 3. That's going to be their strategy. So let's see if we can work around that. So I'm pitching also at the start of the game here some power cards, and I think that is good for late game. They're running 58 cards. They use 2 cards to block, and I'm running a very similar amount. Okay, that's everything I can do. I'm actually not completely sad that they decided to leak 1, but I need to assume that they have cards which let them get some back. And of course, they start immediately with a Command and Conquer. And because I still have 2 cards left in their hand, I need to worry that there is a Pummel in their hand. Pummel, pretty good card and very popular amongst Bravo players. Now, this puts me in a bind. As I said, I don't want to block. If I block, I feel like I fall behind immediately. The problem with that is the Art of War in my deck is, or that is in my arsenal, is really important to what I wanted to do. But I think it's better to let this hit and move forward with the rest of my turn without that. Let me just think. So if I do this, actually, the problem is, do I have 3 blocks? No. So I can block 2-2. I'm gonna let it go and hope for them not having a pummel. Okay, I got lucky in that regard. There's a debate to be had here if that was the right play, but I think I don't want to give them 2 cards just to be able to block that. So I'm going to start my turn with Kodachi Kodachi. They have go again because I have a 0 cost card in my pitch zone. So that was 2. Then let me think. Rising, you may banish an attack action card from your hand with cost less than the number of draconic chain links you control. If you do, it costs less. All right, okay. So I don't think that'll matter much. So we're going to play Ronin Renegade just for 3 go again. And here they're going to start blocking. Again, I think it's fairly safe to say they're going to block all these 3 attacks. They're not, so they must have something fairly good in their hand as well. I don't need to do this because it's already 0 cost, so if I would use that ability, it doesn't really do anything for me. I will fight to get the Phoenix Flame, then I'm going to attack with the Phoenix Flame. That should come for 2. No, it doesn't. Tiger Strip Shuko does not trigger. So now they've let 4 Chainlinks hit. I could play Salt the Wound, and this would go up to 6. However, it might make sense to keep this in Arsenal as well. I think this is actually not a straightforward decision what to do here. They've still got 4 cards, so I'm assuming they actually would want to retain this to come in pretty big next turn. So I might not be able to use my full hand then anyway. I think I'm going to play it now and see if they're going to block, because I'm not sure the next few turns that I'm actually able going to present 7 damage with this card if they're blocking more. Okay, so they fully blocked that. So they might have something similar in hand like they had last turn. I think that was pretty good. Okay, so 10. So with Starstruck, I can't play anything lower than the amount of damage that I'm taking from Starstruck, and most attacks that I have actually will be doing less than that. So the question then is, should I just fully block this out and put a card in arsenal and delay my turn until next turn? I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to block with an E-Strike, Mounting Anger, a Brand with Cinderclaw, and I'm going to take 3. I might... Actually, I'm going to block 9 here. And just take the 1 damage. And I'm going to put 1 card in arsenal. That basically forfeits my turn. But I can build up a turn... No. No, 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 no. Now they know what I'm playing. That is not ideal. But here we are, and these are the kind of mistakes that I should not be making. Okay, they're going to come in for Dominate with their hero ability, and can't get gold again. This is probably one of the worst case scenarios of what can happen to me here. So I can only block for 3, and if it does more than 4 damage, I cannot play any attacks which... I can't go again. Right, so I'm basically restricted to 1 attack, and that is a pretty darn good card to play. So I'm going to just play an E-Strike, pitching a Bittering Thorns. That should be a really good card later in the game, especially with all the blues that I'm pitching. And I'm going to buff the power to 7. And I think that's a pretty good turn overall. I underestimated, to be honest, though, how aggro they're going, because they have another one. So they're just going to repeat the same thing. The difference here is that this doesn't have Dominate, but that doesn't really make much of difference to my situation, because the problem here is if I let this hit, then I'm not going to have go again anyway. So can I block? Can I block 5? I can, and I think I should be doing that. So I can have a turn. So I need to play another red for this. Okay, so I'm going to block. Oh, I smell a pummel. They're floating 2 and a card in hand. I smell a pummel. But it might just be mind games, right? So I think I have to chance it. I can't completely start blocking every turn, right? I have to take a chance here, because if they're starting to take over like they have so far already, I'm going to get into a pretty bad position pretty fast. So I'm just going to try and do some chip damage with my... Oh, no. Wait. Why does that not have... Oh, 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 because it triggered 4. Oh, that's my bad. Oh, that's really bad. I should have blocked more. Okay, I missed that. That was a big mistake for myself. So what are we going to do instead then? I think we're just going to play the yellow brown with Cinderclaw for 2. I don't think this game is really going the way I wanted to go. The on-hit effects that he had went really well. So if the debilitate deals 4 more damage to the hero, the first attack during their next turn has -1. Okay, this one I'll take. I don't care about this one. I think they already had in their... Oh, here's the pummel. Alright, so we're gonna do Blaze Headlong, Ronin Renegade, Brand with Cinderclaw. So I'm going to block with Brand with Cinderclaw. Oh, no, no, not block, but take... Yeah, so this is getting out of hand pretty quickly. I think they've had relevant on hit after relevant on hit after relevant on hit. So they've been pretty good, I would say, and definitely much more aggressive than what I would have expected that deck to be. So that's a bit unexpected, but we're in this, right? It's 13, and let's see if we can do some damage here. They're blocking a lot here. I'm still doing pretty good. And okay, so he let me draw off Mask of Momentum. He completely forgot. Let's see if we want to chat. We're friendly here. Or not. Did he miss it? He missed it. All right. So the question is, how do we want to? That's brain off. Yeah, that sometimes happens. You know, if you play a lot of game, sometimes that happens, right? So where do we go from here? Do we want to play this double strike? I think we want to put this in Arsenal and then come really wide next turn if we can instead of playing it now. It's pretty tempting, but I think I'm just going to play the lava burst. Lava burst for 5. Okay, so they're retaining 1 card. Oh, actually, sorry. Of course, I want to play the Phoenix Flame first. Sorry. Sorry, my friend. Okay, and then we play this Lava Burst, and this should can also come in for 6. Now, that's what triggered my thought. It's like, wait, this should be 6 and not 3. Okay, so we leaked quite a bit of damage. We put this into Arsenal. They're going to slam us for nothing. Okay, so it's just going to block. So I think if we assume that this is a defensive deck that we're playing against, it's actually quite amazing how little defensive cards they've played so far. So there might be a good amount of defense reactions still to come. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to play a Kodachi pitching yellow. And with double strike, they really need to block multiple times to turn off the Mask of Momentum. And I'm hoping that I can get to a position where I can play Snatch and they can't block the 4. Right, so this makes sense. They're blocking the Mask of Momentum trigger. Okay, that's fine. And then we will play a double strike again. This time it's for 2. They're retaining their whole hand, which is a bit scary. They also still have 4 block in their hand, right? They have a lot of blocks still to work with. I could play a Mounting Anger here. Or maybe just a Command and Conquer, right? Snatch is really good. And they might want to block that because if they don't block it, then... Alright, I'm going to play Mounting Anger. I need to pitch a card, which is a bit sad. I was contemplating playing Command and Conquer as well. The card is so good. But yeah, they're going to block this with... Or they're going to block this? They're not going to block this. Okay. Well, here we go. Here's the defense reaction, right? And then we'll play the Snatch. And I think it's worth doing this and not retaining it for a 5-card hand. Because if this, they need to, yeah, they need to block out pretty well. Okay. Excuse me. I was just thinking if I missed the trigger to play Phoenix Flame, but I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Okay, Command and Conquer. I don't really care at this point. I have no resources floating, and 3 of my cards in my hand are blues. So this is pretty bad. So I'm going to just block with 6, and then I'm going to attack with E-Strike. I'm not going to push it to 7. I'm going to draw a card so that I can threaten a 5-card hand next turn instead. I think when we're looking at the life total at the moment, that is the much more powerful play here. If I'm unlucky, oof, okay, crippling crush. Oh, that's a problem. Because if I let them do more than 4 damage, I have to discard 2 cards. And if I do that, first of all, I go down to 2. That is very, very dangerous. 1 dominate attack and I'm dead. So I can't really do this. I think how much can I block here? I think I'm gonna need to block with my equipment here. I'm going to block for 3. Then I'm going to attack, block for 6. And block 9 and take the 2. Yes. Okay. So that lets me turn off that crippling crush. I preserved 11 life total. I'm just going to do some chip damage with Kodachi and then into Bittering Thorns. I don't think this is a good turn to utilize the Art of War, but I am in some danger here. There's a good possibility they have a big dominate attack and it's gonna hurt tons. Let's see what they do. Okay. Okay, so yeah, they use. So I was thinking they have a lot of defensive stuff in their deck still, and that was actually good that they used a 4 block there because otherwise Mask of Momentum would have triggered. By the way, thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate you all. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having fun seeing me play here. I worry about this. So this is the third Command and Conquer that we're seeing. They've really had some good on hits so far, and I've only seen one pummel. So what are we thinking here? We're thinking Ronin Renegade, pitching an Art of War. I mean, we're really not drawing that hot. So I'm just going to block with the 2 and hope that they don't have a pummel. They don't. Okay. So we're keeping even Steven here. We're at 11. I do think, however, that the game is really going their way. I don't want to play the Art of War this turn, but I think if I want to have a turn of any kind, I need to play the Art of War, banish a card to draw 2, and your next action card. No, not go again. Plenty of my cards have go again, so I'm going to buff the attacks. Right. Okay, so we're going to banish this. Right. So I think this is a decent hand. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It's going to be 4 plus ideally 5. So let's play that Ravenous Revel first. We're going to play for 5. That's good. And I know an Ancestral Empowerment is on top, but they also know. So we both know. So the information here is equal. I theoretically, so 5 plus 4 is 9. I can't kill them, right? So unless they let me draw off Mask of Momentum, there is no way that I can kill them here. And that, that is a consideration. Phi can go pretty wide, and it's something I need to think about. If I had one more card or so, I think I would be in a very different position. All that saying, they've still got their buckler, they still have their civic steps, they still have their crown of providence. So they have plenty of blocks still sitting around there, just waiting to be used. Okay, just gonna use that again. Yeah, and they're gonna block again. That gives me a go again. That is not... I don't think it matters at all, so I'm just going to do a Kodachi. And I'm assuming they're just gonna let that hit. Viability is not relevant. Oh my god! I'm very sorry, people. I am very thankful that you mentioned that because I have a fancy new screen and I didn't even notice. Well, well, well. uh, Stream noob, right here, right here. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I really appreciate that. So Chokeslam attacks, if it does 4 or more, attacks can't gain anything next turn. So I think that means that these ancestral empowerments really aren't good the next turn. So I'm going to block. Again, they're threatening a pummel. Yeah, here it is. I wonder if it's smart to just kind of do what I do and just risk it. Feels kind of risky, but now that I know that my whole game hasn't been showing, I'm kind of thrown off. But Sephiroth, I really appreciate that. It only took 36 minutes into the stream for me to know that it's not showing. I should have known. I should have known. Here we are. We move forward. So this is another Starstruck. We are going to block for 8 and take the 2. I think this game is slipping out of control very, very quickly. The saving grace is that I have a snatch here, and I haven't broken the Snapdragon Scalers yet. So if they let it hit, which they don't, then I could potentially draw a card. Okay, so that's coming in for 8. Right, so let me see what I block with here. Oof, that is big. And I think I'm going to have to sacrifice my Mask of Momentum here. I was contemplating if I should take D-Reacts, but I'm new to this deck. This is the first time that I'm playing this specific deck, and I thought I'm just going to play it as it is. D-Reacts would probably have been a good choice. I have 3 Sink Below, and they might have helped. But you know, we play it out. We see how it goes. So 8. So we're going to block 2. Blaze Headlong might trigger. So what's better? Ravenous. That's a gamble if it's going to be 4. Not Blaze Headlong is guaranteed, so we're not going to do that. And we also need to block with this and go down to 1. And this feels very dangerous now. Yes, but on the positive side, they only have 4 cards. On the negative side, they still have 3 block in their on their sideboard here with their equipment. So we're going to Blaze Headlong for 4. The reason why I'm playing that now, this Chain Link, well, actually it would have been better the other way around. Yeah, I think they probably have to kill here, so they're not even bothering. I'm expecting a big Dominate attack here. Yeah, and that'll kill me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, I'm not even gonna block here. Alright, that was good though. I enjoyed that. Round of applause for our opponent. Alright, cool. So that was game number 1 on Fi. I think you raised a valid point there, Cypherus, and there could have been a good argument here to take some defense reactions, and I think I'm going to take this as a note and then um, see if we do that the next time. All right, so it doesn't add the result, so I'll need to do this manually. This was a casual game. The opponent was Bravo Showstopper, and hit effects very early that I had to deal with to get any turn at all. It cost me a lot of tempo. The reacts in. So I think the really it costs us yeah, sync and reinforce. I think that's a good idea into Bravo. Um, it's definitely worth a try. I I think the big problem here was that he started out of the gate with a command and conquer that I either had to block or I immediately had to give away an Art of War. Maybe that was the wrong decision. Maybe I should have blocked it and retained the Art of War. I think talking about that out loud, that would probably be the right turn and then the right way to do it, and then just come with the Art of War afterwards. And then he had 2 turns in a row the high damage attack that takes away my go again. And I mean, at that point, even if I don't block, I can only attack once, and there's really no way for me to have a turn that I want. So I think at that point it's better to just block. But I had to block, and I had a couple of turns there where I had to block away, which then meant that I lost a lot of tempo. But it was very close, and it just kind of shows the power of the deck. That we got him very very close, even with the bad start that we had. Sephiroth is saying, can't really expect to have a 5-card hand into Bravo to capitalize on the Art of War and it clocks your arsenal. Okay, that's a really good point. That's good to know. Oh, I'm playing against Chunks. I know this guy. He's a local guy. He is an OG on Rhinar, and I wonder what he's bringing to. He's a really good Rhinar player, and I wonder what he's going to do against me here. I don't want to run any defense reactions into Rhinar though. I think my damage output on average is bigger. I think Rhinar bring it on. Rhinar got a lot better into Fi, but I think it's still heavily Fi favored. Maybe not heavily, but it's definitely Fi favored. So gonna enable chat. He actually was a bit away from the game for a bit, but it's good to see him back. All right, Junks, let's do it.
Round one. Fight!
It depends how many see early on and how you roll. Okay. That for anybody that doesn't know me personally, I am a Rhinar player, and Rhinar is my main, and I usually play Rhinar all the time. So I know what it is to be on the receiving end of this matchup. So let's see if I can beat Rhinar. It's a claws into Scabskins, Hardened Cross Strap, Gambler's Glove, and Fleshback. I am assuming this is a cheetah version of the deck, meaning it goes pretty wide and it tries to apply a lot of pressure. I am expecting so this is Draconic, so I don't want to keep two Ancestral Empowerment, so I'm going to push this over. So I'm expecting quite a bit of attacks my way. So this costs less. That doesn't matter because it already costs 0 anyway. Okay, this is probably one of the worst cards to draw right here. So we're going to just pitch this to get a Phoenix Flame and attack with a Phoenix Flame for 1. Oh, there's an Art of War. Like to see that Art of War go. Again, I think that's anything that attacks your hand as Fi is probably something that you don't want to see. And that's one of the reasons why he's probably going to see a resurgence after Icelander has gone now. Although it's interesting, some of you might know there was the Realm Rumble this weekend in the USA, and I don't think there were a lot of ninjas there. There were not a lot of Fis, and I think that was not expected. Ooh, this was not a good first hand for him. It was not good. Only a 6 attack, fold, and pass. That's not what you want. So let's stop talking and see what we do here. I think we're just going to start with some casual Kodachis for 1, and then Kodachi for 1. Want to threaten that Mask of Momentum and draw out that 1 block at least. There's a good chance they might have a Blood Rush Bellow there. Okay, they're not blocking that. Oh, they are. Oh, that's a really good card. That'll let them draw a new card because it's if this is defending attack with 2 or less, combo chain closes. They draw a card. Right. Okay. So we've done the standard stuff. So let's think where we go from here. Let's do the 3 cost here. Okay. Because they're probably going to let that through. So I can play Bittering Thorns afterwards, and that means they might want to block that. Oh, they're going to block this. Okay, so this might be a more defensive build than I was anticipating. Although Sink Below, as I mentioned, goes into a lot of decks. So we will now continue our chain with a Bittering Thorn. See what they do. I think if they let it through, then I'm going to play Ancestral. Yes, I'm going to play Ancestral. That'll let me draw another card. And then we'll decide what we do with the E-Strike. we could either just play the three. How many draconic links do we have? I don't think that many. We have only one because we only have one. Fi's ability costs two. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this chain by coming in with E-Strike, drawing a card. Because that'll allow me to, first of all, it goes to 6 because Bittering's Thorns hit, and then I can come back with a 5-card hand. And that, this is, I don't think this was a very strong hand for Fi, but you can see how much damage they are able to put out. And Rhinar, like, they might need to keep a 3-card hand to do anything because there's a good chance that there's a discard here needed to play one of these cards. So they need to keep 3 to 4 cards to have any kind of decent turn. Okay, dig up there. Good card. I actually really like this. This lets them get some life back. How many? Okay, 2 life. Right, that's good. Well, I think into, I'm not sure I would play it into Fi. It just seems like a delay tactic. So let's stop talking for a second here. We have a brand with Cinder Claw, a double strike, assault the wound, brand with Cinder Claw, and an Art of War. I think what we want to do is we want to just play a full Art of War turn here, and I think that might come for quite a lot of damage here. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you being here on a rainy, cold Tuesday evening in the UK, wherever in the world you are. I hope you're having a great day. So we are going to. How are we going to start this turn ideally? I think we're going to start with a. And the question is, what is our target for the Art of War? I think it needs to be the second brand of Cinderclaw. Right, okay, so we're going to attack brand with Cinderclaw. We're going to do afterwards Art of War because that's an instant, so we're going to pay for that. Buff and then banish to draw 2 cards. The advantage of what I'm doing here is that then this means that this is going to go to 4 and that that this now hits, right? So they defended with a 3, hoping that they can fully block it, but that is not what happened. I was able to sneak some damage through, and that gives me a leg up. All right, so if with 1 floating with a 0 cost, what do we do next here? I think we want to just present a double strike now for 0 costs to go again. All right, and see what they do. Ideally, we want to hit as much as possible, and if we can end this chain with Assault the Wounds for quite a bit of damage, I think that'd be a very, very good turn. Although I'm not sure I can go just wide enough to really do anything. Sure, your time. It's they might want to use Scowling Flashback to. It would be a good turn to use it because it means that I need to banish a card. It gets intimidated, which would immediately take my turn quite down a notch. It could potentially mean 5 to 6 damage is negated, which is very, very significant. So we'll come back for 3, just a vanilla 3. They're going to let that through. Okay. 3. Then we're going to attack with the Kodachi. For 1 go again. I don't think I need that resource. No, that's fine. And then we're going to do Rising Resentment for 4. They need to block this because otherwise Mask of Momentum triggers. Kodachi first. Yeah. What do you mean Kodachi first? Like at the very start of the turn? Okay, so this is blocked now. Pass. How many Draconic Chainlinks do we have? We have 1. We have. Is this Draconic? No, but we have 2 because of the first card. It's Brown with Cinderclaw. I think we only have 2. meaning that meaning oh, I accidentally changed. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not know. I did not know that you actually could close the chain links by clicking that symbol. I've probably played multiple hundreds, if not 1,000 or more games on Talishar, and I did not know that's how you break the chain. So 1, 2, 3 hit. We're going to do 5 + 1, so it's going to come in for 6. I think that's worth it. Salted Wound for 6. Right. I mean, they can block it, but yeah, they don't want to. They want to have a turn. But you're taking so much damage as a Rhinar. It's incredible. So now what we can do is, oh, this is actually going to be a pretty good. Okay, all right. So that basically takes away my hero ability, which means I can't draw a Phoenix Flame. But with the hand that I have, I don't really care that much because I'm going to look more into triggering Mask and drawing extra cards, which I can play a brand with Cinderclaw, put an Ancestral Empowerment on top, then come with Snatch. So either I'm going to hit something, or or they're going to need a lot of their cards from their hand to block that. All right, so just checking up here. Bitrate is fine. Streaming is good. Can't answer if a race phase hits. Oh, right, because current tokens they lose all class. Okay, got it. Okay, all right, that's fine. It's not ideal, and but thank you for pointing that out. I did not think of that. All right, so but we'll just put that in the arsenal then. I think Snatch is still something for them to think about, and they might want to overblock it just so I don't draw another card. They don't know what I have unless they are watching, which is possible. Not that all you got. Really good card. I love that card. So we're going to play a Brown with Cinderclaw just to do some more damage. We've got them down to 16. And I think it's getting into the territory where it's actually fairly easy to just kill them if they take more damage. So they need to be really careful here. Okay, so this is probably one of the last cards I want to see right now. Okay, so that's fully blocked. That's fine. They end their turn with a 2-card hand. If they have some, oh no, 3 because they draw one, of course, because of that all you got. Still, not. I don't feel like this is very threatening for us here. Okay, so C and C. So this is actually pretty relevant, but there is no way for them to pummel it, even if they round pummel. Right. So when we think about this, what do we want to do? Maybe an E strike for 7 into a snatch. No. An E strike for 5 into snatch for 9 and potentially drawing a card. I don't, with an all red, it would be difficult to play the Bittering Thorns anyway. We keep the Ancestral Empowerment for a next turn, so I'm just going to block for 6 here. I don't think there's anything they can do to push that. They cannot. Okay. You never know. You never know. They might get something, something might happen that you don't account for. Oh, of course, I can't play what I wanted to play because E-Strike needs you to put a card at the bottom. Right, that was bad. So what do we do then? Do we just go for 7? Yeah, I think we go for 7. At 16, if they take it, they go down to 9. I don't think they want to go down to 9. I'm at 22 life. If they go down to 9, I can basically eat their whole hand unless they have something that taxes my hand again. I think the only thing I need to be semi-worried about is a Blood Rush Bellow turn. But even normally, even a good hand is limited to 20, right? So if you have Claw into Swing Big, that's 20 damage. Like, unless they roll and they roll really well and they have enough resources, that's really it's really difficult for them to go anywhere close to 20 or above. Right, here we have another race phase. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? So we want to do maybe Kodachi Kodachi into Ronin Renegade into Ravenous Rebel. So again, Ancestral Empowerment is turned off if this hits, as we just learned. We could do just block, not take damage, and then do Ravenous Rebel into Ronin Renegade, draw a card of Ancestral Empowerment. So that's just doing the math here. So that's 4, 4. Um, the alternative would be, yeah, I think the alternative is better. We just let this hit, and we can then go wide for hopefully a quite good Salt in the Wound turn. Yeah, let's see if this pans out for us. Okay, so we're going to play a Kodachi. This is probably gonna hit. This is hitting. Now we're going to do another Kodachi. This is gonna hit. Then we're going to play a Ravenous for hopefully 4. That is for 4. They're going to let it hit. No, they're not. Okay. Right. Good. And then we're going to go Ronin Renegade for 3. Big thinky time. Do I play the Salt the Wound after this? It's only going to be 4. Is it going to be 4? Or is Tiger Stripe? Yeah, it's only going to be 4. But it is 4 and they're at 12. And ideally, I want to put them into a bad position, into a corner. I mean, 4 is respectable, right? It's not too bad. Okay, so we leak 1 damage, and they're down to a 2-card hand. Claw for 3. No, I'm not going to block this. I am going to have an Art of War turn. Okay, so I'm going to start with a Harmonized Kodachi. I think that's what Zephyrius meant earlier on. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay, and then we are going to play a... Oh, no, this... Okay, I messed this up. That doesn't work. No, no, it doesn't work. I messed it up. Okay. I'm not going to need to do this another way. I think if I had a 0 cost, it probably works, but I messed it up. Okay, so Command and Conquer goes here. Cool. Right, so we are down to 0, and we are playing a mounting anger, pitching and mounting anger. There's a good chance they're going to use flashback here. I think if you ever want to use it, no? Oh, there we go. Right. Um, the good thing is I have an ancestral in my arsenal, and that lets me draw another card. Oof! Right, hold the line. Very nice. That was necessary because otherwise I would have drawn off mask as well. All right, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good for them, and it's going to block 3 here as well because hold the line comes over. So this is going to be a full block, and I think no, I don't have enough to play Fi. Okay, all right, that was yeah, that was a good play from them. Good play. Swing big for 8. Let's think about our damage output here that we can have. We can do, yeah, I think we're just going to go to 5. What we need to be keeping in mind is that we don't want to go to 2, because at that point they can just use Reckless Swing to kill us, and we definitely don't want to get Reckless Swinged to death. Okay, so we're going to take one. We're going to come down with the next Kodachi. The good thing is they're down to 4-card hand. So next we're going to play a Ravenous Rebel. Ah, a blue. That is not what I wanted to see. But, well, you know, it is what it is. Some we win, some we lose. Let's get some water to hydrate. Okay. Right, so they're going to block that, and that makes sense. So where do we take the chain from here? I think we want to do Bittering Thorns because it'll need another full block. Because otherwise my next attack would gain +1. That's certainly not something they want to concede to. I hope he doesn't have a defense reaction here. Okay, no, so they're going to give me that. So next, my next play here is a... Should I play the Soul Beat? No, I'm going to play... How many Draconic Chainlinks do we have? We have 1, I think. Not even. No, we don't have 0 Draconic Chainlinks, so Phi is not in the picture for this turn. So I think what I want to do is here play Soul Beat and then break Snapdragon Scalers on it. That feels bad. All right, let's. But I think I do this because then I can use Snatch to play another 4 at the end of the turn, which will leak probably at least 1 damage. And oh, because it hits, it gains go again. All right, they're letting it hit. No, they're not letting it hit. Okay, right. So, but they're going to. Okay, I'm gonna give it go again anyway. So they're blocking 2. I don't think I've drawn that many cards, and then I'm going to play a Snatch, and this is they can't block it, and the nice thing about this is that I'm just going to be able to put a card in Arsenal. I'm actually going to draw 2 cards. Okay, more cards than I could use. Oh, um, I'm going to learn from the mistake. So he's right, because he blocked only for 2, it would have hit anyway, so I would have had go again. But I'm not gonna take this back. I think I'm going to take this as an opportunity to learn that I need to look out for that interaction instead of what I just did here. And that's it. I think the chain was closed. My turn is over. Command and Conquer goes into Arsenal, and we have 3 blues in our hand. Okay, so they... Oh, an 8. Okay, good. So what do we do? So I think I probably... Yeah, so what I'm going to do is play... So 8. I'm going to block for 6 and go down to 3. That's about as far as I can take it. And then I'm going to play a Kodachi. So 1 Kodachi into Ronin Renegade into Command and Conquer, presenting 9, 10 damage. And they need to block almost all of that. But does it make more sense to go Kodachi, because I'm going to pull a card out of their hand anyway. Kodachi 6. Yeah, I'll rematch him. So let's do a Kodachi. It's not 1 yet, right? We're not there yet. So Kodachi, then we're going to go into a Ronin Renegade. And then Command and Conquer. So, it doesn't kill them, but they need to block with their whole hands. Right, okay, end of turn. Cool. Right, so we're going to just, yeah, so I got him Kodachi locked, right? So because he needs to block this. Oh, no. That's, no, 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 because this is one cost, right? Let me think about this. All right. Round of applause. Well played, though. Okay, cool. All right, let's rematch. Let's see, quick or full rematch. Let's see what they want to do. Let's see what they want to do. Okay. All right, let's do this. No sideboarding, we just do the same thing. We load back in. Submit the deck, and we're just going to play exactly the same. And we're off to the races.
Round 1. Fight!
Okay, so we get to go again. First, 2 1-costs in our hands. That's not ideal, so we're just going to. I think I want that Art of War in my arsenal turn 1. So I'm. No, this is wrong. I'm just going to double strike first. Double strike for 1. Very dangerous, very big turn. However, now it's going to come in for 2. Yes. All right, that demands a block. And then, do we want to see if we can leak 1 more damage with a Mounting Anger? I think we do that. Let's see if they block with a card that they don't want to block with, or if we can get 1 damage through here. We've already had 39. Every single damage at the start of the game matters, in my opinion. These games are so close. For instance, last game, if I'm down 1 more, I'm at 2 and I'm in reckless swing range, right? So it really matters. So these 2 life here could very well matter at the end of the game. So I think that's a good thing to do. Cool. Right, so just to explain to everybody what I'm doing here, I am on a challenge to play every single hero in the game that will be legal at the when the next ProQuest season comes around. And just these heroes over here, I've already played 5 of them. There are 15 more to go. And Fi was something that I actually know how to play. So this feels a bit like cheating, but no worries, take your time. The reason why I want to play every single hero is because I believe that by doing that, I can learn more about different heroes, how to compose their hands, what a good turn looks like, what a bad turn looks like, and then be able to better react to what they're doing, depending, yeah, what they do, and then make a better decision on what I want to do. Do I want to block? Do I want to take some damage? Is it somewhere in between? What is going to happen to me, and anticipate that more? And I hope that will make me a better player, because my declared goal is to qualify for the Pro Tour Amsterdam. And you have to understand, I've never won anything except an armory. I've got a couple of top 4s at a ProQuest, at a Road to Nationals, at a skirmish, but I've almost kind of reached the limit of what I can do there, because that's the kind of the point where you start facing into really good players that really know what they're doing, and these small differences then really make the difference between who's going to win or lose. All right, that's 3. 3 naked, I don't care. Okay, 8. So this is more of something to think about. I think they got 2 action points, which is good for them. So let's think about what we want to do. I think we have quite a big hand here with Art of War. Let's just do the math here. It's going to be 13 damage that I'm taking. There is a good chance that I'm going to represent more than 13 damage. So I think we should take this. And I love Rhinar. Rhinar is my main, but I think one of the downsides of Rhinar is that they no, sorry. That Rhinar is let me just think this through before I do anything. Sorry. Zori. Um Rhino does just a lot of damage, but really not a lot of relevant on hit. So you saw Erase Face was not a it's a generic, and that so Rhino kind of needs to sideboard those in to have anything relevant. Okay, so where do we want to take this? The thing is, I might want to have Brand with Cinder Claw. No, I'll just Kodachi for one to start. All right, Kodachi for one. Pass. Kodachi for one again. Because I think this looks like a vanilla turn now, and they're not thinking about an Art of War coming at them at this point. So no matter what happens now, we've already leaked 2 damage, and then we are going to play an Art of War, and we are going to buff the action cards this turn. I think this is standard what you want to do with 5. If you disagree with me, if you think that's wrong, then please let me know. I'm always keen to learn, and I certainly do make a lot of mistakes and wrong decisions. And I want to banish a card to draw cards to go as wide as possible. And we are going to do that with the Brand with Cinder Club because I think for the turn here, getting to get Vi's power off is not going to be that crucial. I might have been wrong. When this hits a hero, they lose X, where X is the number of times the dagger has hit this combat chain. Oh, that's actually going to be quite good. Right, so we go in with a running renegade. So we actually have quite a few cards in our hand here which don't have go again. That's actually quite bad. Maybe I should have taken Salt the Wound, but I didn't know what I was going to draw into, right? So you can say I should have made a different choice, but it is what it is. Okay, and he's going to hit me with that Scowling Flashback. I think that makes sense. I'm going to pay for his ability to draw a Phoenix Flame because there's no way for me to play both of them anyway. And I think this turn turned out to not be that good. But Scowling Flashback is such a good card. I think Scowling Flashback fully cost me a bit better turn here. I'm going to break though because it's letting it hit. So I'm breaking Snatch, and this is not the card I want to see at this point because there's nothing I can do. It's a reaction. So yeah. All right. That was not as powerful as I was hoping it was going to be. Blood Rush Bellow. Here we go. All right. So 18 to 20 damage on average. Okay. So what do we do on our turn? So there's a Blaze Headlong. And we need Mounting Anger, so we need a yellow to play that. So I think we're just going to take it to face and hope for the best. There's going to be another 5, and then I hope he doesn't have a swing big. Let's see what he follows that up with. Swing big. All right, that's 20. Okay. All right. This is not looking good. It's not looking as good as last turn, so oof. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, so we're going to start with a Kodachi for 1. They're going to pass on that. Then we're going to play a Mounting Anger. That's going to be for 4. They're going to block that. Okay. I might have been over-eager taking all that damage. I think that might have been a mistake. So this is on a ninja. This is not a ninja card. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do Blaze Headlong though, into 4. Yeah, again, I think this is not a very good turn. And he can just take all the damage here. He's so far ahead of life of me here that he doesn't really have to be scared, so can just take the damage. I've also used Snapdragon Scalers. I think that was probably the biggest mistake here. I'm going to push a little bit more damage, get another card, so I can put that in Arsenal. Well, yeah, that was not good decision making from me there. So that's a 6. Command and Conquer for 6. So what do we do? Yeah, I think we need to block this. We're so low on life. I gotta try and get him down a little bit. I whittle him down bit by bit to come into my range. He probably has 2 more turns or so where he can just take stuff pretty much to the face. And again, I have a hand that is not ideal because I have Salt the Wound and Snatch, which are both 2 finishers. So I could play Harmonized Kodachi because the Snatch I can't really do anything with that other. So I'm gonna draw a card. Big Whoop. Um, Big Whoop. What do I do with that? It feels bad. No, no. Um, this might go his way. This game actually. This might go his way. And I think that's what I was saying going in early on, right? If you have some big turns early on with Rhinar, you can actually move the needle. You can now these days have a much better game than you had in the past. So this is going to come in for 4, but you know I need to push for damage somehow. I'm going to need to block next turn anyway because I can't let him continue doing damage. I'm going to be dead very, very quickly if I continue doing that. So it's still a 10 life differential. Okay, that's going to do a 6. That's fine. I'm going to block 4. No, I'm not. I'm going to block the full 6. I don't care that much about the ability here, that what they're doing. I care more about not taking additional damage. And I could buff power, but they're at 19. I think if doesn't that matter that much. I'd rather draw a card here and try and go a bit bigger next turn. Let me know if that's wrong, right? I mean, I'm by no means an expert 5 player. I've played 5 for a season or so, and I couldn't make him work like many heroes. So, oof. Well, that's not gonna go well. That's gonna be a lot of damage. I need to take a turn off here, and even so, I'm going to leak damage. I think I'm going to block this. Can I block it fully? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I might even die here, to be honest. I think I need to. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh wow! Yes, yes. Okay, I think I'm very dead here. Oh, just. Ah, they did it. That's what I was saying, right? So Rhinar beats me. First of all, he's a great player. I don't want to reiterate that. And he drew 2 Blood Rush Bellow. Yeah, so sorry for going quiet. It's pretty hard for me to type and to play to type and talk at the same time. I'm a bit limited that way, but I do my best. I do my best to keep talking. All right, so that was game number 3. Let's see if it recorded it this time. I'm not sure. It's been doing this thing where it's not recording all the games. Okay, now it has recording all games. Um, going to be no BRB. And the next one is going to be at BRB. All right, so that is the second one here is at BRB twice, and that SBD, the big card coming in for 14. I forget what it's called. It's so good. It's a bit hard to get it off, but in a Blood Rush Bellow turn, it's massive. It's really really good. Cool, good. So where are we? We're down 3 games on five. 3 of 10 that we're going to play, and we're going to queue right up for the next one. And while I do that, I'm just going to kindly ask if you're here, if you're watching me and you're enjoying what I'm doing, you want to follow me on my challenge and you want to see if I can actually make it to actually I'm going to unqueue here. If you want to follow me through my challenge to make Pro Tour Amsterdam that I'm confident I'm going to make, then please drop me a follow. I'd greatly appreciate that. I'm just 12 off making 50, which would be so amazing. I'm absolutely been loving the support I've been getting. It's a lot more than I could have ever expected. So we won a game. I almost forgot. So we're going to open up a pack of Everfest, see if we get something exciting. I'm just going to hold it into a camera and you're going to see it first. So this is a yellow brew card. It's Bad Beats. Want that to be good? It's not that good. I think this is a blue in the swing. Yes, warrior card. I think that sees some use. A red wax off. All right. We have another pry, Mr. DM Armada, getting his brain picked. Rewind, I think, is this card. Love the art on this. You always got to look at this one because there's some alt art in this set which have the text the wrong way around, which is quite awesome. But this is not the one. Take aim, I think, is a mechanologist card. Yellow zoom in. Sorry, it's zoom in, not take aim. Same difference. A blue ranger card. Fatigue shot. All right, so we have a foil Winds of Eternity, which is a Majestic. Yay! This is this finds quite a lot of play in ninja decks. I think primarily in Katsu, and it's another playable card in the set, right? So one of the things I'm really amazed about Everfest and why I decided to get a box is because there's so many playables. It's like Swing Big, Winds of Eternity. I opened up another one the other day. Forgot what it was, but there's just so many playable Majestics in this set that are being played today. What is not playable are these Talmans, these Talmans of Balance, etc. So that's not. And here's another playable, right? That's a red Emeritus Scolding. I think this is a card that Kano plays. So there's just so many good cards in this. I really, really love this set. So what did we open the last time? Let's see if I can find it here. Just looking around. I don't think it's anywhere here, so never mind. But it was one of the mechanologist cards. Oh yes, here. So we opened a Knick-Knack Bric-a-Brac. That's more of a meme at the moment, but it might be with all the gold generation. That might be something that might find play. Come the heavy hitter set. We also owned a Shimmers of Silver. So we've actually opened quite a few good Majestics, and this is also playable. Again, so a couple of Majestic. And we opened a Kraken's Aetherwane, which is a cold foil. And what I'm going to do with this card is once I reach 50 followers, I'm going to raffle this away between all the followers. I'm going to get this to you wherever in the world you are. So if you want to be in that raffle for this card for no charge at all, except for a follow, then please give me a follow. And whenever I reach up 50, I'll announce when that raffle will happen, and you'll be entered into it. Good. All of that being said, let's bring it back to a game, and I'm going to queue back up with Phi. This is the 6th hero in my challenge, and we are going to see what we get. 6th hero, 4th game, and we got somebody. We got a Kano. Can we out damage Kano? I don't think so. I don't think that is a thing that can happen. We could take Arcane Barrier 1, but I think that's a trap. I don't think that's going to make any difference at all. So we're just going to go and see if we can do more damage than they can. We're facing into a lot of Kanos, to be honestly, and I have this thing where I think Kano games don't really count. So I usually don't count them for the challenge, and I repeat those games. So I think instead of doing that, I'm going to start with a yellow brown Cinderclaw. Get some water as well. Staying hydrated is important, especially if you think about participating in a big event, in a big tournament. If you go to a FAB tournament, make sure you stay hydrated. People that look after themselves and they eat properly and they hydrate properly, I believe, have a leg up against people who do not do that. So that could give you a competitive edge if you're competing with the best out there. I think there's much I have to learn before that ever comes into play. So, but well, we'll see. So Phi should now be no. It's so I have not that many chain links, but lava. So what is it? Is it? No, it actually is enough because of that one cost. So I'm going to play a Phoenix Flame. If this hits, I get to draw a card with Mask of Momentum. So they're not going to let that hit. That makes sense. And then I'm going to hit them with a Lava Burst. So that's for 5. Because Tiger Stripe Shuka, which could have pushed it to 6, has already triggered on an earlier attack. We're going to see if they're going to defend here. I don't think so. I think they're going to let it through and take a bit more damage. And then do their thing and attack me back and leak some AB into me. Some sort of arcane damage. Apologies. I don't have any arcane barrier at all. So I fully expect to lose this game. And this is the kind of decks that Kano really preys on into decks that can't really do anything about what they want to do. Okay, let's see. Let's see what they do here. How much damage are we going to take? It's always a bit of a guessing game with Kano. After spending the first 35 minutes showing the wrong screen, now I'm very paranoid about looking around and making sure that what I have on screen is actually what I want to have on screen. And so far, so good. Good, so that hit, and I'm going to pass and make sure I have a 5-card hand next turn. I think I forgot again that I should be going second because otherwise they basically get a free turn into me because they play everything at instant speed. So if I go first, they basically can do 3 turns in a row. If I go second, then it's not that easy. It'll be them, and then priority moves to me. So I made that mistake to start. Let's see how bad that will impact this game. We see a Blazing Ether. It's one of the power cards. It does as much damage as you've already done this turn. And depending how much damage they do now, this could hurt significantly. They have an E potion as well, an energy potion, which is a really good tool for to come in with their pop-off turns. I am feeling a bit in danger here. Forgot to make this full screen, so let me do this for you now. All right, let's see. Let's see. So we've played 3 games. We won 1 against Rhinar. I think this was to be expected. I fully expect this to be a loss, just because the AB is not there, and I see so many Kanos that are on Talishar. Like I would never be that worried about Kanos in a real life tournament because people are just not willing to risk it. If you run into decks like this when they're not prepared, you don't have Arcane Barrier, fine. You'll have a field day, but you have to assume that if you go into a big tournament, you're going to face enough opponents with significant Arcane Barrier that you're just not going to be able to win consistently enough to get far in the tournament. You'll win some game, and some game will be auto losses for your opponent. But at the same time, you really need to be consistent to make sure that you can go far in a tournament. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do chip damage for one, and then we're going to do another chip damage for one. Then we're going to go into a lot of double strikes. Um, let's see where they block here if they decide to block. This is an interesting choice because if you block this, you're not getting the best value. It only comes in for 2 or for 1 to the second time it attacks because of Tiger Stripe Shuko, which discards an action card with 2 or less base you play each turn has +1. And the damage can't be prevented, which is good as well. So you can block it, but you can't prevent it. So we're going to do this again. So they did block that. Okay. I'm going to come in for 2. And they're probably hoping that that is it. But no, I'm going to play a Bittering Thorns here with the last resource that we had on Lava Vein Loyalty. And this is going to come in for 4. And it'll give if this hits, the next attack is +1. So that pushes Double Strike back up to 2. They're going to take this as well. It makes sense because in theory, they could easily kill me from 25, right? We have to realize here, we are in kill range. And if they block, if they just don't die here. Hey, Cobalt, woo! Thank you very much for following. Appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Fi is going pretty well so far. Played into Bravo first, probably made a few mistakes, then twice into a good friend of mine on Rhinar. Won a game there and lost one, and it comes down to whoever gets the if he gets the Blood Rush Bellows first. Basically, he had 2 Blood Rush Bellow turns. All right, so we're going to do 2 here, and we're going to end this. Oh, no, sorry, it goes again. So we're going to go for 1. And then we're going to finish this with a Snatch. I'm thinking if they don't block this, I break Snapdragons and draw a card. All right. And then depending what we get, we make a decision if we want to attack again. I think we almost have to here. Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, sorry. What happened? Where did the card go? Do I... No, so wait. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. I should have done Phi to get another damage for yeah, I missed to trigger Phi's ability. I think I have plenty of chain links to trigger that. How you doing today, Kobolds? You doing all right? You having a great day? Thanks for being back here. Really appreciate you coming back. Okay. Oh, what are they doing? It's fine. I want to learn from mistakes, right? I want to take as little back as possible. Hello, Data Dolls Cafe. How are you today? Just gotta check something real quick here. Okay, I gotta actually. Oh, all right. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Pressing things while live is not what you should be doing. Um, all right. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll be right back on screen. Stream live back again. Um, Riptide and Blitz. Oh yeah, he's so much fun, dude. Completely understand. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I loved playing him as well, but I was already playing Rhinar, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play one bad hero. Are you doing any good? Bench is one a damage turn at me, counter on the last attack with a trap. Awesome! Hey, well done. Awesome sounds like tons of fun. Put this into Arsenal. Okay, so the problem is I'm gonna continue taking damage here. They're gonna get me down to 20, and if they need a semi-decent hand to kill me here. All right. Cool. Pass. We have 4. Did you play that Riptide and Blades at a skirmish, or was it just a casual armory? So what do we do here? We are going to play Run and Renegades, and then just pass, and then we're going to play an Art of War. With an Art of War pitched, we're going to probably die here and not get to do that at all. 4-card hand, E-Potion, Stormstrider, Spellfire Cloak, everything's still up and running. It's probably... Oh, you haven't played in person yet. I see you played on Talishar. All right. Well, whatever, however you have fun, right? It's all good. All right, so... All right, cool. Yeah. I mean, if you have fun, right? That's the good thing about being able to try out things online. Okay, so now he has a 5-card hand. Um, we're just gonna wait for us to be dead here because yeah, 5-card hand, E potion. He needs to have drawn very badly not to kill me from 20 here, I think. So we're just gonna click pass, 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 and wait for them to kill us. Let's see. I mean, maybe we're alive. If we are alive, we win. But it's kind of that kind of game, right? So if you play Kano, you let it tick down to 1 or 3. You have your big pop-off turn, and if you draw the right things, you win, and if you draw the wrong things, you lose. I believe. I believe too. But thinking is always a good sign. Thinking is always a good sign. Let's see. It seems they might struggle to get 20 here. It's it's Cobalt sending thoughts and prayers that is going to help me push this through. Also, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's here. I've just reached a new all-time high. I've got 14 people on the channel. That's a first for me. This is my second week of streaming. I would have never dreamed of so many people being interested in what I'm doing here, and I'm really thankful. Um, Thank you so much, City Breaker, for following. Really closing in on that 50 now. I can smell it. I can smell it. And I know what you're all here for. You wanna see me win, so I can open another pack. What I want to do moving forward is every time I win a game, I open a pack, and I'll leave it up to chat to decide what I'm going to open. The only problem with that at the moment is the only thing that I have is Everfest. So that's the only set that I have. But I promise you, I will get more. And when I get more, I'll put it up to chat, and you let me know what I should open. And depending what we open, I'll raffle that away in among the followers and maybe eventually subscribers if one may dream. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I would be playing online anyway. Tam Cardwell, thank you so much for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, so are we dead here? We don't know. It's for us to find out. I think we might be alive. Oh, oh, how much did they do? They did 3 so far, right? Oh, Are we alive? Are we alive? Can they play another one and do enough damage? No! We're alive! Well, that feels bad for them. So the question now is, right? What I always say is I don't count Kano games because I don't think it's a real representation of learning learning the game. Round of applause for my opponent, though. With your support, Cobalt, I can do it. With your support, I can do it. Cool, good. So I think I'm still going to replay these Keno games. Again, what I'm doing is playing 10 games of every single hero. But I won a game, and I think what I'll do is I'll open up another pack. So we have another pack of Everfest. We've for all those who weren't here yet earlier on, we actually opened up an Emeritus Scolding. That's a playable card. We opened up a Winds of Eternity foil, which is a very playable card. And I was saying, like, this is such a good set, and I just can't get over it. I also love it for the fact that this is actually the first set I think that they released paper packs, which I really love as well. So we'll just bring it up on the screen. There's a bit of glare, so sorry about that. Eventually, I might set up a second um, camera. Hey, Flavia, how are you doing? How are you doing? So this is a yellow Macho Grande. Not too good. This is a blue Blade Runner. I think that finds some play. Twin Twister, yellow. Yeah, not too exciting. This looks like a Rune Blade because there's a lot of purple. Reek of Corruption. I don't see that ever played. So this is the 6 Dominate if it's red from Ecologist, the payload. Then we have a card for Arcano, but I don't think Pyroglyphic Protection. A Timidity Point. Timidity Point. This is now Pokemon cards. We have a Reds in the swing foil. And this is, oh, what's the name? Life of the Party, right? Life of the Party yellow. I'm not sure if that finds play. And then a Guardian card to finish here, Thunderquake. So this is one of the weaker packs, but I think so far we can't really complain of what we opened up. Cool, good. So enough of that. We'll move back into the next game. We're just going to queue up, see what we get next. If my count is right, this should be game number 6. So let me just take a look at that. I'm going to swing you back over to the live screen. Now we played 4 games, so we're going to game number 5. And as I mentioned, we're not counting that Kano game. So this Kano game never happened. We have a bout of not insomnia. You know what I mean. So we're going to have Bravo and Rhino, those 2 games. Those happened, and we're going to go into the next game and see if that one happens. Again, got to put up the name of the stream here to make sure people are aware they're on stream. Don't want to catch anybody out that doesn't want to be on stream. And we queue up, and it's been pretty quickly today. Yeah, there's a lot of good Bravo stuff in it. Macho Grande is in the set, which is a really, really good card. But just overall, I just really love it. And if you look at it, like, again, I keep coming back to it. I keep coming back to Swing Big because Rhinar is my main for such a long time. But Swing Big because of the anticipation of the new set of heavy hitters and the anticipation that there is going to be brute stuff in there. I was actually able to sell Swing Bigs for quite a lot of money. It's actually a funny story. I was talking to somebody on the global Discord, and they were saying how they want to get into Rhinar, but it was almost impossible to get the cards where they live in Canada. I was like, okay, are you coming to Worlds? And I said, no, I'm not going to Worlds, but my friend is. I was like, oh, fine, I'm going to Worlds, and I'm happy to give them some of the cards. So you can have them. So I brought my cards to a friend of theirs to Barcelona from the UK, handed over the cards, and now they're somewhere in Canada. I mean, how cool is that? I think it's very cool. Aria Jade AJ, I'm very sorry I missed your follow. Thank you very much for following. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day and a good time. And we have another one. My name's James. James, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Hoping you're having a fantastic day. And Flavia Rachel also following. Thank you so much. It's coming in thick now. Okay, right. So this is Dromai. We definitely want to go first here because otherwise they might be putting down dragons. So this should be favored for us because we can use all our small attacks to just kill their little dragons. However, I don't want to get cocky here. I've never played this matchup, so I don't know. So I'm just going to submit my deck here and see what happens. Wish them good luck, have fun. Submit. PVT Void, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following. Appreciate that. I feel like I've seen your name around somewhere, maybe Twitter or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so many follows. Guys, thank you so much. Only 4 off. I need to turn my compost apparently. All right, let's bring this up on the big screen and let's go into a soundbite.
Round one. Fight!
Yeah, most likely Twitter. Cool. Thank you everyone who's followed the last few minutes. Really awesome that you are all here and watching me. Did hear about GTA 6. 2025, right? So let's not get too hyped yet. It's still long ways off. It's a long way to go for that. We are going to start. So we have 2 finishes here, 2 cards we don't really want. So we're going to start with a Kodachi for 1. Just to get that, hopefully that 1 damage through that they might not block. Yeah, GTA looks great. Like, I mean, it wasn't exactly PG, the video, was it? But yeah, like, you know, guys, I'm so old that I actually played the first GTA, right? And I loved the first GTA. You know, that top-down view is like, and driving that car was driving driving over the Hare Krishna people. Like that was fun back in the day. Those were different times. Those were different times. Right, we're going to do another Kodachi. This is really not that good of an opening hand, but if we can leak 2 damage here, I think that'll be good. They might be very tanky. So they're praying. I don't know. Oh no, they're preventing 1 with Quell. So they're using Silken Form then to prevent that. Yeah, okay. So right, what do we want to do to finish here? I can't play Command and Conquer because I don't have enough resources for that. I don't want to play Snatch. Like, this is really... Oh, my turn is over. Where's my turn over? What did I miss? I missed something. Right, doesn't matter because they would probably would all have... This is like a really bad hand. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna put Lava Burst in Arsenal. So here, I play Flesh and Blood. This is a card game. They call it the new traditional card game. It's a trading card game, and this is a digital client, a free fan-made digital client. My goal is to improve my play to be able to qualify for the Pro Tour that's taking place in Amsterdam next year. And so far, so the way that the game works is that you play a hero. In my case, I play Fi, and there's Dromai, who's my opponent. We both have 40 life to start with, and we're trying to get each other to 0. So it's very much Street Fighter, and you fight each other. Sorry. And okay, yeah, I'm actually going to use. I'm going to pop that. And it's a very competitive game, and I've been doing pretty decently at the local level. I've won a few armories, but I've never done much better than that. And I just came back from Worlds, where I was sitting in the same plane with James White, and James White said to me, the inventor of the game, "I'll see you guys in Amsterdam." He said it more to my friend than me, right? But I'll ignore that for now. And he said, "Oh, see you guys in Amsterdam." It's like, all right, I guess I have to do something to try and qualify now. And because I've played the same hero for most of the time that I played this game, and I haven't really ever played anything else, I've decided to play 10 games of every hero that exists. And you can see on on this list here, there's currently 20 heroes which are playable. And I've played 5 of them so far, and this is hero number 6, and I'm going to stream all of this live. Because thinking if I'm sitting in front of the screen, and I'm doing it anyway, might as well stream it, and maybe some people get enjoyment out of watching me. PVT Void, I'll see you there. I'll be there. I believe I'll make it. However, my hand here is atrocious. I can try and play a Snatch, and if they don't block it, I can break Snapdragons, although I don't really want to do this at this point. What have I enjoyed best so far? That's a good question. I had tons of fun playing. Well, let me bring that up again. What did I play? I played Bravo. Bravo is not my kind of hero. I played Azalea, Uzuri, Max the Hype over Nitro, and Uzuri. I think honestly, I think I enjoyed Azalea the most. I I can wait for Kano, and I'll tell you what, because I have no idea how to play Kano. I have no clue. Like I'll be honest, I've been avoiding some heroes just because I have no idea how they play, and I'm actually pretty intimidated myself. Ironic for a Rhino player to be intimidated, right? I was like, I just, how do you even play Kano? Maybe I need you, James, to be here and to guide me through how to play out my hands, because I'll just be saying like, I don't know. Maybe I have to cheat on that one and watch some videos, or maybe we can watch guides together or something like that. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. For now, we are playing Fi. We're playing into Dromai. That I said should be one of the better matchups, but I think I didn't sideboard correctly because I probably should have sideboarded on War 6. But, you know, that's what happens. Something is tickling my throat. Sorry about that, guys. Continue clearing my throat here. Azalea 5 for ProQuest? Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Although I did say earlier on, I was surprised that we didn't see any Fies do well at the Real Rumble that took place this weekend. I would have expected more ninjas and more Fies, but they were completely out of the picture. I don't think there were any Dromais. I don't think there were any Dromais or um, Fies in top eight. Right? It was quite a surprising top eight there, at least for me. I wasn't able to see the whole thing, but I think the one that was a bit disappointing is Mansand. He played in the quarterfinals, and I was so hoping I was going to win on Levia. One Katsu, yeah, that's possible. There was Zuri that got some living legend points. Oh yeah, where did that happen? Yuki was on Boltyn. Or is that what she's on now after her hero Lexi's banned? Kodachi, what do we do here? It's gotta take a second to think about. So we continue to go doing Kodachi. We always want to do this at the start of a turn with Fi because we might be able to trigger Mask. Mask, if the third attack or higher hits um, in a row, and it's an attack action card, you draw a card, and card draw is so good in this game. If you end up with a hand that has more cards than your opponent, you're in a really good position. Right, so they let this hit, and I think this is a ninja action card. The good thing is this is only 3, but I can play Ancestral Empowerment over it that if they only block it for 3, I can push it one over and draw a card. That's exactly what we want. 2 Dromai in top 8. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Yuki is an extremely good player. She's so good. She's so good. Kitchen Knife is our player here. What a name. kitchen knife. I wonder what happened there. New welcome decks? Yeah, that's actually a really good point, and a lot of people were saying that, right? We in the Blitz, so we had Kano, Living Legend, we had Ira, Living Legend, and there was another one that eludes me right now. And I quite like this because it shakes things up, right? These heroes have been Chain as well, right? These heroes have been around for such a long time, right? I get it. It sucks if that is your favorite hero, and they go, that absolutely sucks. But the heroes have been around for a long time, and there's so many of them out there. There's even more than you know than our than are in CC. Can I trigger this? No, I can't. Should I play another Mounting Anger? Yeah, I want to put some more pressure on. It's probably not good. I should keep that to get a 5 card hand. But I was saying, right, like the same heroes have been dominating the Blitz meta for so long, and it's time to get them out and getting something new in. The only reason why 3 of them live in Legend is because they were on the cusp for such a long time. I actually really like the change. I think it's going to be good. And if we assume that we're going to have 6 heroes, 3 young and 3 old in the next set, that's a good step to coming into replacing those immediately, right? So I'm not worried that there's not going to be enough choice. So they're just going to play a Ravenous with a Snatch on top. I don't care. Just take the damage. Sure, whatever. You do you, mate. You do you. Okay, good. They haven't really been able to do anything, which is good. But this turn is not going to be that good unless I can get something good with Ancestral Empowerment. We got 9 heroes this year. Yeah, exactly. I think we're fine as well, right? I absolutely think it's going to be fine. And if we think that maybe the set mid-year is going to be similar to one at the start of the year, we're going to get even more, right? I think like Blitz would be awesome if it's like a format opposed to Classic Constructed where the heroes turn around much, much faster. I think that would be really fun, like a constantly evolving meta. And also, don't forget the next skirmish season isn't until August, right? So the meta that we have now, the heroes that don't live in Legend in Blitz now, will stick around for quite a bit of time. Right, so we're going to play as Bittering Thorns here. Bittering Thorns for 4. And then we're going to Kodachi. So that's not going to hit, so I don't get the +1. That makes me a little sad, but I'm still going to be able to Kodachi. And should I put the Lava Burst in Arsenal? Should I? Can I trigger? I didn't count. I don't think I have the resources. I heard the Emperor is doing really well. Right, I played it once. We had like a tournament at local LGS where everybody brought the deck and then we exchanged it. So you couldn't play your own deck, which was actually really fun. And somebody just handed me their Emperor deck. I had no idea what I was doing, but it was tons of fun. And I would love to play it again. But I don't like how much is Emperor the card because it's a legendary, right? So how much does the Emperor go for at the moment? All right, so that's for 5. It's not triggering Tiger Stripe. I mean, I'm not having the biggest turns here, but honestly, like I'm just getting them down, down, down. It's like 1 card in Arsenal. It's like, what are you gonna do, mate? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, this is not good again. I think this time we're gonna chill a little bit and put the Art of War into Arsenal. So we're just gonna play Ronin Renegade. $8? Oh, that's fine. That's fine then. But still, it's like, what do you guys think about tokens which are majestics instead of being token rarity? Like I find it weird that they put some heroes as majestic and then you actually have to spend money to get the card. It just kind of feels wrong, to be honest. But that's just me, right? And if you have a different opinion, that's completely valid as well. Yeah, I agree. I think the only reason that they're doing it is because they want to short print them. They don't want to have all that, they don't want to have tons in the packs. But yeah, at the same time, it's like if you open a pack and you open 3 packs, you get one majestic and it's a hero. It's like, yeah, okay, thank you, I guess. Okay, that all you got. That lets them draw a card. That's actually pretty good. So they might actually have a decent turn here. But I'm playing Snatch. I can't give it go again though. So it's unlikely that they're going to block this because I already broke Snapdragons earlier on. A case and no heroes. I, on the other hand, not to brag, got 4 packs from a friend of mine when we were doing sealed, and I actually felt pretty bad because I opened the Marvel Teklevossen from packs that he gave me, and we had a debate just a few minutes earlier saying, well, do you want to buy them or do you want to just open them and give me the cards? I said, no, because if I open something good, it feels very bad if I don't get, I don't get to keep that card. But I felt so bad, honestly. I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so let's see what they do here. Are they going to be able to play a dragon? They might, so that's a burn them all. Oh, this might actually be a red line aggro deck. This might actually be a red line aggro deck. Because Blaze Headlong isn't usually in a dragon deck, right? So yeah, but that's fine. So yeah, hit me, hit me, hit me. 3 cases and has no Teklo. With Teklo, do you mean like the Marvel or just the legendary itself? Because I bought 1 box and I have the legendary Teklo in there. Or no, sorry, I mean singularity. Singularity. That's what I mean. Okay, so we're going to do double strike into Art of War, paying with salt the wounds, pitching aside, or banishing Brand the Cinder Claw to get 2 cards, and then hopefully finish with a big lava burst. Oh, now I show my hand. Okay, alright, might as well do it. Buff and banish to draw 2 cards. I was distracted. So we said Brand with Cinder Claw gets banished. Nice. This is actually really good. Really, really good. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna do a Kodachi. It's just 1 damage. Why would he block 1 damage? Singularity Marvel actually? Oh, yeah, but the hero shouldn't be that expensive either, right? So should be fine. And let's be fair, right? It's not like Teklevossen is a very good hero at the moment. I actually haven't played him yet. I hear he's tons of fun, and I definitely want to try him out. But I haven't been able to play them yet. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I completely agree with you. It is silly to put him in those slots. Yeah, it should be Majestic should be playable, right? I actually find it quite incredible. Like, I don't think there've been that many playable cards from the last few sets, right? If you think about um, Dusk Till Dawn, right, and that set was supposed to make Levia viable, right? But how many cards does she really play from that set? It's 4, maybe. It's really not that high. So wait, just let me. So sand cover is worth 4. So you fully blocked this. Okay. All right. Fully blocked. We're gonna go bigger though. We're gonna come in for 3, and then we have a lava burst to finish this whole chain. Do we have? No, we don't have any resources to play out Fi. I need to do a better job at keeping track if I can play Fi or not. That is something that I really need to do. So we have Ladder Burst for 6, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is this is and and the thing about Fi is right. I'm not paying too much attention here, to be honest. Like I'm enjoying the conversation that we're having here. Um, But let's not underestimate. You actually, if you want to play well at a high level, you got to pay attention. And even the heroes which are supposedly easier to play, you gotta make sure you don't waste any turn, you don't waste any resources. You gotta maximize your hand no matter what. Hard pass on adult Benji. Adult Benji. So what's the pros and cons of that? I've never thought about. I've When I think about Benji, I've never thought about adult Benji. But we could get adult Benji, but it could be quite different, right? Because adult Kasai that we've seen spoiled is completely different from young Kasai. It looks like she does completely different things. So they might do it, but it might be completely different. Right, so I have 3 blue cards in my hand. Not what I want here. I'm going to, because that is very low power. Yeah, but they did that with Kasai as well, right? So there's a good, there's a good case for that happening. Okay, all right. So I think they might just concede here. Um, I don't see any resistance coming back. The thing is, when you're down this low, you can basically almost Kodachi lock them. So I'm going to play Lava Vein Loyalty. It's a damage. They almost need to block this. And I don't want to keep this in hand anyway. It's like, what's the point? If they go down to 1, they have to block every Kodachi every single time, right? And that's, at that point, the game, I mean, at this point, honestly, the game is over. And I'm going to do a Stab the Wound for 4? For 3. Hits a hero, they lose X, where X is the number of times the digger hit. Oh, only if it hits. Alright, that's why I didn't take it off. Okay. Once again, hello everyone. I am Scowling Fleshback. I play Flesh and Blood. I welcome you to my stream where I play 10 heroes. Sorry, no. Every single hero that will be legal by the time the next ProQuest season starts. I play them 10 times to improve my game. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if you would like to, then I would love a follow. No obligations on that, but I would absolutely love it. And here we're just going to play an Art of War turn. I don't care about this dragon. Not yet. We just need to be careful. Board state can get out of hand really, really quick. No, no, I don't think we're in comeback territory yet. Not yet. Ooh, right. Okay, so now it gets interesting. Now it gets interesting. But I think we'll play out our turn as planned, and they have no block, and they have a 4-card hand, so there's a good chance that they will die. They might have just tried to do a big turn to get me to block here. All right, all right, all right, all right, alrighty then. Okay, cool. So we are going to start with a. So I have 2 finishers, so that's not ideal, and my Snapdragon Scalers is broken, so I don't want one of them. So I think I want to keep Salt to Wound. I'm going to get rid of Snatch. So I'm going to play the Art of War at the start of the turn. I'm going to pitch a Lava Vein Loyalty, I think it is. Banish and action cards, draw 2 cards, buff. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We're going to action that, and we're going to banish the Snatch and get some good stuff, hopefully. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. Alright, so let's do a Kodachi. And we're gonna do face because they need to block it. Alright. Oh, right, okay. Okay. This changes things. This changes things. If this doesn't look... No. Ah, jeez. No, no, no. No. Ah, thank you. Yeah, that sigil is nice, and I'm thinking here if I might have to go for Mirror Guy here with my last attack. All right, so they're not blocking this. Mounting Anger. Hmm. All right, so they've got 2 life left. So this is gonna come in for 5. And you may banish an attack action card that costs less than the number of draconic chain links. If you do against +1, you may play this turn. So they need to block with. So, okay, no, the game is over. The game is over. Unless they have another sigil. But wait, so no. So can I? Yes. Okay. Pass. Let's. It's crucial that I sequence this correctly right now. So this is going to come in for 1, I believe. 2. Okay. They need to block that from hand, and then they're dead. No? two, two sigils. Oh, that feels bad. That feels bad. Almost. They almost got out of it. But it's 7 damage. If I don't have something that can go this big, then yeah. Cool. Awesome. Good. Um, Probably one of Fi's easier matchups, at least to my knowledge. If you disagree, then please do speak up. But I think it's one of the better matchups of Fi. Also, let's give them a round of applause. Well done. Well done. So I think the key here is that I want to work down is and I think this is important for almost every hero, right? You keep focused and play the best turn possible. The game is not over before it is over. There's always a chance for somebody to come back, as however small it is. Like, don't give up before you're dead. Like, of course, it might be very, very green, but you don't know what they have in their hands. Maybe they have an absolute brick of a hand, and suddenly it turns back your way, and suddenly you're winning, right? It's like unlikely things happen, and we've all dug out that game where we thought it lost, and we were prevailed and we pulled through. However, you know what happens now. I won a game, so we're going to open another pack, see what we get. I mean, also this is a pretty good gig for me, guys. I get to play FAB in front of people and opening packs. Like, could it get any better on a Tuesday evening? I don't think so. All right, so send something something. Outland Skirmish. I was completely off. Rides the Tailwinds, yellow. Not too fantastic. That is a. I have no idea. Phantasmal Haze. Okay, I don't think that finds a lot of play. This looks like fire, so I'm guessing that's a Kano card. Seismic Stir. It's actually a Guardian. I've never seen a deck play that. This is a Ranger card. Read the Glide Path. This is actually in a lot of Azalea decks, but not the yellow version. I think it's the red version that usually finds play. Missed the robotic arm here. I'm holding it a bit at an angle because I think that is the least glare. Rotary Ram, a token, nobody cares. And then the foil of what we already sell, the Haze, Phantasmal Haze. Another Talisman, nobody cares. Maybe with the new merchant somebody starts caring, but I don't think so. And this is, I have no idea, it's another Majestic, Runic Reclamation. I don't know about this one. Is this a playable card? Is this a card people play? I don't know. I'm actually not really well versed playing Rune Blades either. and it will be very interesting when I have to play Viserai. That will be an interesting day as well. I've tried a couple of games of Vincent on Talishar, but yeah, I think she's fun, but it didn't go all too well either. Right, so let's go back to the main page here, and we're going to queue up for game number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. If we ignore the Kano game, we're in game number 5. We're just going to give it the title here. Go back into it and see what we get this time around. I wouldn't mind something easy, but I'll take on any challenge you throw my way. If any of you wants to queue up against me, go ahead. Just don't stream snipe. Cool, cool, cool. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good day? I'm actually, so this weekend, my stream schedule says that I stream on Saturday. I am going to stream on Saturday, but it might be a bit shorter because I have a skirmish that is just 2 streets over, so it's very close. But I still will need to get ready for that and pop over. That also means that I'll probably interrupt my testing and just do um, some Rhinar games because I'm bringing Rhinar most likely. Um, just get some reps in before I go to the skirmish. I'll do my best to do it. All right, so this is Boltyn. I think I want to go first because I don't want them to have anything in their soul right away. I really struggle into all of the warrior classes, and that includes Boltyn. Like they are really my nemesis. I think I'm going to. No, I want to out aggro them. I'm just going to try and see if I can outrace them. I know there's some good aggro decks for Boltyn out there, and this might be the wrong choice, but let's see if I can out aggro them. Okay, so this is a pretty good start. So we're just going to start with a 4, hopefully. Yes, 4, go again. James, have you played any skirmishes? Anything recently you attended? Okay, Ravenous. Uh, I also, talking about tournaments, I just got a hotel for the Calling Liverpool yesterday, and look forward to that. That is going to happen on the first weekend in February, I believe, and it'll give me a good opportunity to put a test if I've learned anything while playing online. We can't forget that we can't take what's happening here and just apply that one-to-one to real games in person. It is a bit different, and yeah, I think oh no, my name's James. I'm sorry. I might have set. I'm using a auto moderator for the first time, and it looks like I set it too strongly, so your message was a bit too long. I'm sorry, mate. I'm going to correct that. Um, sorry. I hope I hope that's okay. I did a few things from the last stream to today to improve, and turning on auto moderator was one of those things that I did, just to try and see how that goes. I actually wanted to have like you know uh, symbols against the names and all that, but I think I need another plugin for that. I'm still learning, and I'm trying to improve my game and my stream as we go. Oh, Super Armory with Emperor. Where's that Super Armory for? Is that for a bigger event, or is that just a standalone one? Oh, Battle Hardened. Awesome. With Kano Bravo. Hmm. Kano is a gamble, but Bravo might be too fair. Skirmish with Kano. How did you do at the skirmish with Kano? Do well there? Okay. Let's minimize this over here. And we're just waiting. You got demolished. Okay, too much AB. Um, yeah, I'm guessing if you match into Rhinos, etc., Prism Shields, yeah, 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 that's all wards, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would feel bad. So you're saying instead you're bringing the Emperor on Friday? Yeah, I think that makes sense. From what we hear, and as we've been discussing, he's pretty good. People say he's pretty good. All right, I'm just waiting here for my opponent to make up their mind what they want to do. I'm sleeving my cards in the meantime. All those awesome majestics we open up already. Okay, so they're still working on it. Oh yeah, true. Kano is living legend, right? So that's true. That won't happen again. Right, so 4. I'll tell you what, my friend, I'm just gonna take that. I will take your 4. They might banish a card and then come for 2, right? Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. So it's gonna be a 9. Okay. Let's not be flippant about this. So that's for 9. Oh, for 6. Oh, did they have a Courage Mites token? Okay, 6, so 10 damage then. Alright. So we're going to start with the Kodachi for 1. Then go into Kodachi for 1. Then I'm thinking of mounting Anger. The problem here is I have 2 cards that cost. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to play at the full hand. Alright, so we'll play a Mounting Anger and banish a card. I think we can banish Ronin Renegades if this hits to give it +1. It is going to hit. So I think, oh no, there's a second Soul Shield. Okay, interesting. So what is the ideal next play here? I'm tempted to play Command and Conquer. I'm tempted, but then I'm going to end up with a 4-card hand next turn. Yeah, let's play Command and Conquer. Would have been nice if I could have pulled one more card out of their hand, but they're going to let it hit. Okay. So they're going to have a 2-card hand. They're up 2 on life, but I might be able to take over on tempo here. Prayer of Belon, what does this do? The next attack this turn gets +2. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a yellow, put it in your hands, then charge your hero's soul. Okay, so I'm... Oof. Alright, that whiffed. I'm assuming a large portion of their hand is yellows. Right, so this is going to come for 2. That's fine. Welcome everyone to the stream. New viewers, returning viewers, if you have any questions on what I'm doing here and why I'm doing it, then please let me know. Happy to answer any questions you may have. If you've been here for some time and you enjoy what I'm doing, then I would love a follow. I'm oh so close to the 50 that I'm aiming for. If I could get that today, I'd be absolutely elated. So we're going to not do that. We're going to play a brand with Cinderclaw first to make sure the two in a row are draconic, which I need to do to be able to trigger his ability better, because then his ability will only cost me 1. His ability letting me draw a Phoenix Flame. Okay, so it's going to come 2. That's going to be blocked. Then we're going to play a Harmonized Kodachi. That is always so going to be a Draconic Chain Link because Brand with Cinderclaw gives the next attack the Draconic subtype. Are we going to do another Kodachi here? Okay, they're going to let that hit. We then are going to go get a Phoenix Flame. Play that next. That's for 2 because of Tiger Stripe Shuko. They're going to let that hit, which draws me a card from Mask of Momentum. That's not something you see very often. I'm a bit surprised that they're letting that go, especially, but that's good because I have Salt the Wound in my hand. If he continues to just let me do this, I'm going to have a pretty big finisher here. Like, I could play Soul Beat, but that would be pretty risky to play that to get another attacking. But they're not blocking anything. So I think instead, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So attacks for 7. But I think instead, what I'm doing, I'll play the Soul Beat, gamble them blocking it. If they don't block it, great. I can do a great Salt the Wounds turn. If not, I'll put that in Arsenal and I have a good turn next turn. Alright, that's fair. I think I leaked a lot of damage anyway, so I'm going to pass here and put this in Arsenal. I'm not sure if that was the right way to do it. So if you think I did that wrong, then please let me know. Is this that's the third prayer that we see, right? No, it's the second. I thought it was the third. Is there one in Soul? No. All right. I must have imagined that. Okay, so this is a yellow now. So this is going to be. I don't think this is going to be too much. It's going to come in for 7. No, just pass. Oof. Well, that's not good. That's definitely not where you want to be. Oh, they made a mistake. Okay. Yeah, they should be able to attack with their weapon, right? They should be able to do that. Is anyone planning to go to the calling in Liverpool? All right, so we repeat this, and we see what they do. We see what they do. Got to keep an eye on my lights as well. They're battery powered, and they might run out before I run out of things to say, which is it's going to be hard to believe. Is this the third time they're replaying this turn? Yes, it is. That's fine. You'll get there eventually, buddy. You'll get there eventually. You can do it. I I don't know what they're doing. I'm not sure what they expect to do. What is okay? All right. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. That's what we were expecting. We got there in the end. It only took us 4 turns, but that's fine. 4 tries. That's fine. That's fine. It's all in good. It's all good. Okay. So what do we do? I think we do. I'd love to have something else than reds in hand here because Bittering Thorns is not a 0 cost. So I'm going to play a Bittering Thorns pitching a Lava Burst. I have 2 finishes in my hand anyway, so I don't want that. And this is a 4, so if they want to block it, it's going to cost them some more than 1 card, unless they have. No, they don't have any. They have Iron Song that they can. Yeah, but then it breaks, right? Okay, fair. I mean, that's a win for us. That's a win for us. And then I'll play a Rising. And after the Rising, we go into the Snatch. And see if they want to let Snatch hit, or if they are going to block it for 4. If they hit, I think we think about Snapdragons, but it's more the threat of doing it. I'd much prefer if they were just going to worry about it and overblock than cracking the Snapdragons here. I don't think this would be a very good turn to do that. Hey, you, thank you very much for following. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. So I think, yeah, mate, that doesn't block. I'm sorry. If you want to block this totally, you're gonna have to, oof, yeah, or do that. I mean, that's an option. So yeah, I'm gonna pass. I think this is good. This is what I wanted to happen. Oh, all right. This is for 7. So they consistently do 7 damage a turn. That is significant. But I think we're fine. Do we need one of these blues? I don't think we do. I think we, but it's only a 2 block, right? So maybe we preserve one and put it in Arsenal afterwards. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay, they gave up. Well, still a round of applause for them. They might have been pretty new to the game or to the hero, and so just trying to figure things out, and maybe felt like they weren't in a position where they could win. That's all good. That's all good. But I think I'm again going to make an exception here and say that's not a game that we fully played. So I'm just going to make a note of this. Um, so I'm not sure how this game would have gone. I think if they just do consistently 7 attack per turn, that's probably not enough. But they could have turned it around, right? It wasn't over. I certainly didn't feel like I was going to just win this by a wide margin. So there was still a lot of game to go there. Cool. We queue right up into the next game. For this one, my friends, I am not going to open a pack. I don't think that's a win that we earned, and we only get to open a pack when we earn the win. Uh, Sorry, but that's the rule. A rule that I just made up right now. But I'm here making the rules, so I don't think there's particularly much you can do about it. And we have a phi mirror. Okay, so this comes down to whoever has. Do I want to block a little bit here? Nah. Um, I think this comes down to who has their Art of War turns first. And I'm just seeing my light is giving up, so just let me, while I put this on screen first here.
Round 1. Fight!
And then I'm going to quickly send you to my Be Right Back um, screen while I change the light. Just 1 second. And that's all done, and we're back. And thank you for sticking with me while I got that sorted. I think they decided to go second, right? And that's probably the right thing to do in this matchup. We are going to start with a double strike, and maybe we can leak a damage point here or there. That would be nice. I think that would be the goal, just to leak 1 or 2. And we're going to do another double strike. I'm tempted to play Art of War, but I think I'm just going to put that into Arsenal and then play it on my first real turn, so to say. That's coming for 3. Okay. And then finally, we're just going to do a Kodachi for 1. Nope. Cancel. Kodachi for 1. I have a hunch they're going to let this one go and just take another 1 point of damage. They don't necessarily have to. They still have 2 cards in their hands, right? They could, yeah, exactly. They could just block that. There's really no reason to take additional damage here. And I'm going to pass and put the Art of War in my arsenal. The Art of War is very crucial to the game here. And I think I'm not going to block at all. Instead, I'm just going to take the hand that I have here and attack them, attack them, attack them. I stopped talking because I was going through my head. I think I'm going to use my equipment here to try and stop them from a card draw off of Mask of Momentum. So those who don't know, Mask of Momentum, the third attack that hits. Oh, they're gonna manage it anyway. The third attack that hits in a row, it needs an attack action card, so it can't be your weapons. If the third attack hits, you draw a card, and drawing cards in this game is extremely good. Like if you have a card advantage, you start every turn with 4 cards in hand and potentially one in arsenal. If you have more cards than your opponent, you're in a very, very good spot. This is tempting though. This is really tempting. Okay, this feels like a mistake, but this kind of kills his turn right here. And it's probably what they wanted. Mr. or Mrs. Smarth. Okay, so we're going to play an Art of War. Pitching our blue. We're going to buff the attack and banish an attack action to draw 2 cards. Submit. And we are going to put this card under. Okay, good, good. I think this is a good draw. So we're going to start with a Ravenous Rebel for hopefully 5. The way Ravenous Rebel works is you look at the top card of your deck. If it's a red, it attacks for 4. If it's a yellow, it attacks for 3 and then 2 for blue, but it gets +1 from Art of War, of course. Okay, so that's a good start. Then we're going to just do a Kodachi for 1. See if we can get a block here. Maybe not. I mean, they're on fire as well, right? They don't want to block either. They really don't want to block, but at the same time, this is going to be a pretty big turn. So we'll see what they do. What's the best way to continue this chain? I think I'm going to play a Bittering Thorn. Pass for 5. Go again. If it hits, it gives my next attack +1. Okay, so they definitely want to avoid that. That makes sense. I can use Fi's ability because... No, I can't. If I do that, then I can't play Enlightened Strike. So what I'm going to do is just play Enlightened Strike to end the chain, and I'm going to say draw a card because I want to have a 5-card hand next turn again. So that's going to be 6, and I'm going to pass and put this card in Arsenal. So right, let's ignore what they're doing. What are we going to do? So we're going to let the first one hit. If we can, we're going to avoid the mask trigger. So that's a 3. So we can block with Bittering Thorns here, and then the rest of the turn is... No, it's not free. Mounting Anger costs 1 as well. So we can do Brand of Cinderclaw. So this is 3, 4, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm just thinking how I sequence this. I think I'm just gonna not block. I'm gonna let them go ahead, and if worse comes to worse, I'm gonna let the mask hit and see if I can get away with that. There might be some of you on the other side of that screen screaming at me, but you're not here and you can't stop me. Oh, they're gonna draw 2. Oh, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty good. I might have been on the worse end of this gamble here. Yeah, that wasn't a fantastic decision. But I probably wouldn't have blocked enough to prevent that anyway. Well, it would have been the turn ahead, so it would have been 1 attack less. Okay, so we know they're gonna have Art of War next turn, so we need to prepare for that. Okay, so I think this is probably a good lesson in how Fi is supposed to be played. Okay, so they're going to stop here and put a card in arsenal. Makes sense. They know there's an Art of War there, so they want to maximize the amount of damage that they can do. So I'm just going to start with a Brand of Cinderclaw for 3, 4, 0 cost. Okay, they're going to let that hit. Then I'm going to banish. Okay. What's the best play I can do here? I think I'm going to play Bittering Thorns, paying with a Mounting Anger. So this is for 4. And if it hits, the next attack gains +1. They have an Out of War turn. They really don't want to block. I think my only downfall here is that this is not going to be a super excellent turn, is that I don't have any blues in hand. But they need to block this if they don't, or they're going to let Mask trigger. I think that makes sense. Let's see if we get something good. We do not, but we can Kodachi. Kodachi, and Kodachi again after that. I think we can trigger this for 0, yes. So, I mean, we go pretty wide. The question is, the big question here is, do they do 21 damage next turn? Right, I think that's, and they could potentially go very wide depending what they have in their hand. I don't think it's completely off the books for them to do that. But this was definitely a good turn for us with the blue that we were able to draw there, and we're gonna finish our chain with a 5 here. So that brings him down to 8. Okay. This is not a good hand for us for next turn. So we would start with Brand with Cinder Claw into Kodachi. Kodachi. Salt the Wound. No, it could be pretty good. So I'm going to take the 4. They're going to play Art of War, which is going to push it up to 5. They're going to draw 2 cards. They're going to draw another card. Just trying to work this out. I mean, this could go to 21. But I think I'm going to gamble it. I think if I start blocking here... Why did they banish that? What's better than Snatch? They had Snapdragon Scalers. Why did they do that? Maybe they have a second Snatch. If they have a second Snatch... Yeah, they have a second Snatch. Did they banish... Oh, crap. Oh, I think I'm dead here. Did they use Soaring Strike to banish both of these? Ooh, this is... Yeah, I might have overplayed my hand here. Yeah. Okay, so that's 6, but there's no go again. Okay. I mean, I have 3 cards in hand, but now you have 3 cards in hand. You have no go again, mate. You have no go again. No. You have no go again. You made a mistake. Live with the consequences of your decisions. I think they just realized their mistake. Well, well, well. Yeah, yeah. I think otherwise he has me. Great turn. But, I'm, again, I think you should accept the mistake that you make and move on. All right. All right, whatever. All right. Let's do this. They're claiming it was Talishar. Possible, possible. All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. I think if we play this in real life, they probably sequence this correctly anyway, and I lose the game at that point anyway, right? So, but I mean, you know, I could just block Snatch here instead. Okay, so sure. Right, so how does that change things though? Right, so that gets 6 go again. Oh, all right, all right. Yeah, okay, no. No, no, no. This is not Talishard's mistake. Doing the wrong sequence and not Talishar, if we are honest. Just saying, just saying, just saying. Hmm? He sequenced this card wrong. That's what he did wrong. It wasn't he banished both snatches, right? This is not this is not Talishar that is doing this wrong. He did it wrong. So I should have not let him take this back. But, you know, sure. Sure, sure. At least that's my opinion, right? If you guys disagree, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. GG. Round of applause for our opponent. Good. Okay. I think that Soaring Strike is an interesting option for the deck, though. Something that I do not have in my deck. But again, you know, this is the world champion deck, right? It's like it's got to be a good deck. It's got to be a good deck. Um, good. Yeah, I think it's yeah. He played well. Um, and I think I probably overplayed my hand a couple of times. I let the trigger hit for Mask when I shouldn't, and I let them draw additional cards, and that probably cost me the game. I'm not sure if I would have identified the right spots to do that going back, but I think thinking about it, I can definitely identify where the game went wrong. But I think it probably takes quite a bit for you to identify when that spot when that play comes. But we're not going to get too hung up on it. We're just going to load into the next game and see what we get next. Once again, thank you everyone for being here and watching me play. I'm really thankful that you are giving me your time. Time is something of the most precious that we have in life, and that you're choosing to spend some of it here with me, watching me play and making all these mistakes really means a lot to me. So thank you. Right, this should be game number 7. Yes, not game number 8, but we said we're not counting the Kano game, and we probably shouldn't count the Boltyn game either. So it's probably more like game number 5. Prism. All right, this will be interesting. I don't actually know how this will go. Um, my hunch would tell me I will out damage them and go too fast, but I might not be able to go through all the ward. So this will be really interesting to see. So let's go.
Round one. Fight!
Cool. So oh, it's going to be a lot of heralds. So all right, this will be difficult because I don't have any cards that pop Phantasm. I should have sideboarded differently. Yeah, definitely should have sideboarded differently. Get a couple more sixes in if possible, like the erase phase. I think that would be the right play there. But you know, that's again, it's as James says, it's the learning experience, right? And it's about those aha effects and that aha moments where you go like, yeah, I should have done that. And if you never play it, you never know. So it's all about gaining that experience. Okay, what are they going to do? Attack with another herald? Oof. Yeah, 7, and I can only block for 2, so they're gonna do 5 damage. At that's not good. Excuse me, while I have a sip of water. We do have an Art of War though, so let's see if we can do something here. It's a 4-card Art of War turn, And I'm not sure if that's the best. I think we just go a bit slower here, and then we see if we can have a big turn next turn. So Kodachi into Renegade into Snatch, which will hopefully pull a couple of cards out of their hand, which then means that the attack won't be that massive when they come back to me next on their turn. So 1-1, the quintessential way to play this. So 1-1. And sorry, guys, if you can hear the barking in the background. We just got a guest, and our dog gets super excited whenever somebody new comes around. But they should calm down pretty soon now. So we have Slipstream here. Slipstream, welcome to the game. I hope you're having a good day as well. Not sure if you're ever going to watch this, but appreciate you playing a game against me. Good, and then so they're not blocking at all. That's interesting. I don't have any Draconic Chain Links, do I? Not to speak of, so we're just going to play a Snatch, and my guess would be that they're going to block this. I have one resource plus one card in hand, and they might not want to let this go, but we'll see. So 2 and then one card from hand for 5. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to put the Art of War into Arsenal, pass to them, and pray that I... Ah, oh my god. Didn't want to show them that I have that. I was going to say, before I did the wrong thing, that I hope I get a Command and Conquer in my hand, but no. So I'm just going to pass here. So take the 5. They're probably going to come with another one, maybe for 7? For 5. Okay, so 10. That's 10 damage. Dominate. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Okay. But I think... Can I get go again? If your control is destroyed... No, they can't. Can the with Rapture, maybe? No. Oh, but with the Luminaris. With the new one. Of course. Yeah, but it's... Okay. But I have no resources left. Oh, okay. Alright. See, I see. Okay. I think we need to be very fast here if we want to win this game. But we'll see. If you have any tips, anybody watching that is knows what I should be doing here instead of doing what I am doing, please let me know. I'm thankful for any help. I'm still pretty new to FI, and I certainly never played it into Prism. So we'll play the Art of War, pitching Lava Wind Loyalty, buff Banish, submit, and we're going to banish the brand with Cinderclaw. Good. Okay. So we might actually be short on resources here to... No, it's fine. So we're gonna play a... So Ronin Renegades first. Yep, we're just gonna go face. We're just gonna... Let's go face. Yeah, you haven't figured out Prism yet? Yeah. People say she's not that good, so in theory we should be able to beat her here. But you know, it's down to experience as well. And if you don't know what you're doing and why, then it doesn't really help. Banish and tag action card from your hand with cost less. Okay. So let's go face again. So if I understand correctly and they let this hit, I can put Bittering Thorns in Banished Zone and it will gain +1. If they don't want that to happen, they need to block. Well, they might have a defense reaction. Oh no, because they have a ward 4, right? So this is not going to hit. Oh, well, that works as well. Okay, so that stops my giving a +1, but it doesn't matter that much because I still have enough to play it anyway. So we're going to play this and coming in for another 5. They're blocking very well here. This is, I think, against a lot of other heroes, this is coming in for a significant bit of damage. Okay, so they're going to let this one go through. And then we are going to Lava Burst for, I want to say 7. Is it 7 or 8? It's 7. Okay, because Tiger Stripes Shukos doesn't trigger because I didn't have anything low enough for it to trigger. Cool. And that'll go through as well, bringing them to 13. Okay. Right. Looking at my cards, I think we are not going to block. So 5, yeah. I don't think it makes sense to block here. Um, we're up on life, so we've got an advantage on life, and they're on 13 now. They're very much in kill range. So this is actually, I feel this is looking quite good so far. We'll have to see how it continues, but I think this could be going well. So we're gonna start with a classic start for Phi, Brand with Cinderclaw, which is good to start, so you can give the Kodachi attack or anything else that is not draconic subtype. Okay, they're going to let this hit. Okay, let me play the Ancestral here, and I hope they don't have a defense reaction. They don't have a defense reaction. That's no, they do. Oh, I draw anyway. I keep forgetting that you draw anyway. You get to draw anyway, no matter if it hits or not. That's always something that catches me out. Good, but we got them to block, right? So that's definitely where we want them. We're just gonna continue hitting them here for 1. That makes sense. They don't want to block that. Then another Kodachi for 1. They don't want to block that. But I have a double strike, which is quite annoying for them because that means I'm going to be able to threaten a draw of Mask of Momentum at least one more time with the cards that I have left in my hand. Okay, double strike again. They haven't leaked any damage so far this turn, which is actually pretty good. So I was feeling pretty confident at the start of this turn. I think we need to be a bit careful here to make sure that we don't get over eager. Slipstream might have some aces up their sleeve. So that blocks for 1, right? Yeah, they need to pitch a card to do that. That gets another card out of their hand. Any card out of their hand is good for us because the less cards they have, the less they can do. Going to do a Phoenix Flame. They need to block this if they want to avoid a Mask of Momentum trigger, right? No? Yes, there we go. Oh, interesting. Well, this is good. It's not what I wanted to do, but I think Command and Conquer here is very welcome as I can threaten their arsenal. They might have wanted to have something spicy in there that they wanted to keep. So either they need to block with 2 cards from hand, meaning that they are not going to have a turn, or they lose their arsenal. I think they lose their arsenal because this is not enough, right? They're going to keep one card in hand. But they're just going to let it go. Okay. Alright, that brings them down to 4. Yeah, and I've almost got them in Kodachi lock now. Okay, so what can they do on their turn? So they're doing something on my turn. Yes, they can turn the Angel. That's going to give them Ward 4. Let's see what we draw here. Right, this is really good. This is really good. Like, I don't care. This is full red hand, everything 0 cost, so I can do Grand with Cinderclaw into double strike twice into 2 blaze headlongs. Like, it's so much damage. If I don't kill them, I'm going to basically ask of their whole hand to block this. Maybe. I mean, I can't forget the Ward 4 here, right? So let's not forget about that. The microphone started going robotic. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch anything. It stopped. It stopped as in got better. Maybe I'm too close to the microphone when I talk like this. Maybe we turn this into an ASMR stream. Okay, good. Maybe I was too close to it. Maybe I'm getting a bit over eager there, leaning over. Thanks for letting me know. Really appreciate that. Okay, so we have a brand with Cinderclaw. That's going to be a naked 3, but it's going to give me a Draconic Chain Link on double strike. So we're going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times with Phoenix Flame. I think this might be very close to game over for them. They're gonna have to block a lot here to. All right, so good. That's good. They don't have to block, but they need to pay 1, so it's a card out of hand, which equals to the same effect. Right? Yes. I'm not sure that's the right decision. You might just want to block. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. No, it does matter if I break the chain. If I break the chain, it actually matters because they get the equipment back and they can use another resource to try and block again. So it does actually block. Thanks, James. I appreciate you helping me out with my stream here. It's really helpful. You might not know, but the first 35 minutes of my stream today, I was on this camera playing the game, and I didn't realize until somebody came in and told me. And I was really appreciated if somebody told me, because otherwise I might have done that for 2 hours or even longer. Good. Okay, so we do plays headlong now. That has go again because I played another red card this turn. The thing is, I think I'm going to be able to get Mask to hit because he can't block this. No, I think it triggers the Archangel goes away, right? Oh, okay. All right, Oasis, sure. For 5. All right, okay. So we're going to push the issue here though with another 4. This is probably one of the better hands you could hope for. All 0 cost go again. I mean, of course, you can construct better hands with Art of War or anything else, some other things, but this is really, really good. So this is going to destroy the Archangel, right? If they don't block here. I think that's what happens. Okay, pass. And we'll, yeah, exactly. And then we'll do our little 5 thing and just get a Phoenix Flame and poke him for 1. So I think this went very well, but at the same time, let's not forget, we're also at 10. So therefore, we're at 10. It's pretty good because they have only 1 card left in hand. I don't think there's anything they can do. Their turn are just probably going to Arsenal and pass. And what I'm hoping for is not a blue hand, and that's exactly what I got, not a blue hand, so that I can actually push the issue here. Right, so we're going to go Ravenous for hopefully 4, then Rising Resentment for 3, Kodachi for 1, and then hopefully be in a position where we can get Snatch to hit, or pull out most of his hand again. Actually, I think I'm going to start with Rising. Let's turn that around. If we can get if we can get a card here already, I think that's pretty good. They might already start blocking, and then it makes if Ravenous comes for 4. This is at least is my reasoning. If Ravenous comes for 4, it gets ever more difficult to decide exactly what to block. Okay, that's 4. That's what we wanted. We wanted a block. Ravenous. It might make sense. I mean, I just hope to get in a position where Snatch hits So we even if they survive, so I can have a 5 card hand with that beautiful, beautiful lava burst that we just saw for next turn. Okay, so that's going to hit. Good. All right, let's do Kodachi for 1. That's probably going to go through. And then they're going to block the next Kodachi, and then they're left with 1 card in hand. And then we'll attack with that again, and hope that it is not a defense reaction for 4. Okay, they're going to let that through as well. But, okay, yeah, because that doesn't draw me a card, right? Yeah, let's play the Snatch here. Let's see, I'm expecting this is going to block, because if they don't, then they're pretty much dead here. Also, are they going to do... Yeah, okay. Oof, all right. The game is not over. This is going to be interesting to see how we go from here. Hmm. So they're down to 1, right? I wonder what they have in their hands that they can play out and how much damage they can do. I'm thinking I have 1 more turn where I can just take the damage. Do I have enough for this? No, I do not. Too bad, too bad. Okay. Okay, this is not a good hand. This is not a good hand. Can I go wide enough to trigger Lava Burst? I can. Can I get... Yes, yes, I should be able to get it off twice, right? So wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. This should be it. This hand should be good enough to kill them, in my estimation. They could... No, they could ward again with 2, right? So, okay, so let's... Oh, it's a 1 cost. Okay, no, we actually can't. Okay, so let's go for 1. So I think we need to use one of these lava bursts to pay. So we can't, and I think they might actually have us in a very interesting position here. They might actually be able to get away with this. So if I attack with Kodachi again, I'm gonna ask a card from their hands. Kodachi again. So this is really good. Phantasmal Footstep is actually doing quite a lot of work now. So we do Kodachi, Mounting Anger. Let's see how it goes. I might have just enough. Ward 1. Okay. Yeah, okay, no, this is really good for them. They're actually playing this really, really good here at the tail end. I should have maybe tried to do 1 turn a little less and instead have a bit of a bigger turn instead of doing what I'm doing right now. So this is going to be another ward 4. Okay. That's okay though. Is this... No, this can't do this. Don't have enough resources for that. Okay, welcome everyone to the channel. I appreciate you all being here. And now we're going to do a lava burst. And this is going to come in for a bit of damage. And they probably need to give me their full hand to be able to do that. And then we have them next turn. Right, because now they might not be able to do the same again. At least Rapture is going to be broken. Ineda, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And with this hand, we might be able to push them beyond them being able to block it. I think what I'm going to do is... Yeah, this should be enough, right? So this is 3. Another attack with Kodachi for 1. They need to block. Another Kodachi for 1. They need to block. I'm going to play E-Strike, choosing draw a card, crack Snapdragon Scalers, and then I have them. if my math is correct here, which I hope it is. So this is going to block 1, sure, yeah. We knew that was going to happen. And we're going to do one more. So I'm now at 47 followers. I need 3 more. Just 3 more to reach my goal. It's so close. But if we don't get it today, you know, we get it tomorrow or the day after. It's all good. I appreciate you all anyway. Yeah, so this should be enough, right? So we go face this and we choose draw a card, and then we can draw another card, and at that point it should be done and over. So, you know, maybe I forgot something that I can't see, but this should be game. Woo, good game! Congratulations to us. And thank you to Slipstream for playing the game for us. Appreciate that as well. And not sure what to take away from this game. I think it's they can block well with footsteps for Kodachi, and the ward is putting in work as well. It's got very close at the end, but aggro is the way. Question: poppers needed? Yes or no? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I think that went pretty well. It probably needs a bigger sample size, with more games played to make up a decision if that needs to be changed. But we won a game, and we're going to do whatever we win a game. We're going to open a pack. We're going to open a pack of Everfest. I do want to give you the decision in the future what we're going to open, but I'm afraid that at the time I only have Everfest. But it's a good set. There are good cards in here, so we'll continue. Wild Ride, yellow, meh. Bear Fangs, red. This is a really good card. I actually quite like this card, and I played quite a bit in Rhinar. It's really good. In the swing, yellow. I don't think this is really that good. Blue, Macho Grande. I think this is a good card. Macho Grande in general, it's a good guardian card. It comes in dominate. It's a blue. What more do you want? What more do you want? This is a Runeblade card. I can't. Drowning Dire. I don't think that sees play. Mr. DM Armada again. Mr. DM Armada. We have so many of those. Um, this is blue. I'm not sure if blue finds play. So Shrill of the Skull form. I know that some of them are being played in the Runeblade decks, but I don't know if it's that one. So if you know, let me know. So we have a foil, Outland Ride or whatever, Outland Skirmish, um, Smashing Good Time, Smashing Good Time, Smashing Good Time is good. So we the last one is just a T-Bone. That's a really good card as well. Again, I just can't get over the fact how many of these cards are actually in decks that we play these days. So Smashing Good Time. The next time an attack action card hits a hero this turn, you may destroy an item they control with cost 2 or less. Oh yes, so when I played with Max the other day on the weekend, somebody played this against me. This is actually really good tech into the mechanologist. If you think mechanologist is going to be meta, this is I think this is a card you can consider. So that was a pretty interesting pack. No Majestics in this pack for us, but that's all good. We've already opened quite a few, so I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Majestics already out of this box, and I think we're not even half into the box, so we've seen some good stuff. I'm hoping for a legendary, but you know, it'll be what it'll be. While I waffle away on this, I'm just going to remember what we're here to do, and we're here to play Flesh and Blood. So I'm going to load back into the next game, as always, I'm going to let people know that I'm streaming. The main reason that I'm doing that is because I'm conscious that some people don't want to be on stream. I do also upload all of these games to my YouTube channel, and so you're basically going to be, if you play against me, you're going to have that recorded. It's going to stick around, and some people might not want that. We have Uzuri. I also struggle into Uzuri, and I think the pattern here is that I struggle into heroes that work with hidden information. Do I need to bring some sideboard here, or do I go full on aggro? Let's try aggro. Let's try aggro. Let's see if that works. Let's leave the sideboard as it is. Actually, I think I'm going to change out the equipment. I'm going to take in Mask of the Pouncing Lynx instead and see if we can make this work. Let's see. Maybe it's gonna go well, maybe it's not. But it's always worth trying something and see how it works. Let's get this show on the road.
Round one. Fight!
Okay, they're starting with a pretty good card here. That is a card that I also have that I would love to keep, but we're going to use that to block. And then I'm assuming they're just going to do their thing where they're going to ask if I block with two cards or not. Okay, Spider's Bite. And so I can't do that anymore. I'm going to block this. This might be the wrong decision, but if I don't block, then their card will hit. Anyway. They might just do Scale Peeler and then we move on and go to the next round. Alright, I'm going to block this as well. And then they're going to Arsenal and pass. No, they're not. Well, I got psyched out. They got me. They got me with their mind games. Right, so where are we here? So we have an E strike, I like that. We have a double strike, I like that. Bittering Thorns is good, but we don't really want two of them. I'd love to have a blue or a yellow here to go and use my Kodachis. So this is a bit of a difficult one. I think we're just going to do double strike into E strike for 7. So we're going to take 1. Hey, Kobold, you're still there. Good to still have you. So I'm going to turn this off just to make sure that doesn't trigger every turn. Go for 2. They're going to let that hit. Alright, so let's see if you let this hit. Oh, wait, I don't. Stupid. I thought I still have Mask of Momentum. Of course they're going to let it hit. Okay, it's just going to come in for 7. Swinging the dagger for no effect, shakedown is swag. Well, yeah. I mean, they got 6 damage in, right? They might feel pretty disadvantaged in this matchup. I don't know. But if that is the case, then they might say, hey, I'm just going to do some chip damage and see what I can do, get away with. When this is here, the banish the top card. I don't want to block. I'm not going to block. Blaze Headlong. Not a card I want to see go, but I made a decision and I'm going to live with the consequences of my decision. So I'm just going to play the blue brand. This is not good, but it does give my Kodachi Draconic. So the Kodachi for 1, pitching the blue. Okay, so that's going to hit. Then I'm going to play the Bittering. No, I'm going to play another Kodachi first. Okay, and that hits. And then we are going to play the Bittering Thorn, which will now be harder to block because it's coming for 4. But I keep forgetting that I don't have Mask anymore. I'm playing a different game here. So at least I remember before I end the sentence. Alright, so this is going to give my next attack +1. So it's going to be Ronin Renegade for 4. They're going to pass that as well. I'm going to Phi. Okay. I think this is a territory where we can think about getting Salt to Wound. Alright, let's play this out. If this hits, I think I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah, coming in for 7. I think 7 extra damage is... Okay, they're not letting it hit. Okay. Alright. So that looks a pretty good turn for us as well, so we're just going to declare no blocks. Yeah, we'll take the 3. Yeah, yeah, come on. That's fine. Why would you destroy your dagger though? Mechanocraft, what are you doing? What am I not seeing? Okay, so what are you hitting me for? Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm saying that now. Okay, so this makes it so that my Kodachis don't work. That's actually pretty good. All right, but we have Ravenous, so we're going to start with that. It's such a good card. It's been around forever. We know there's a Bittering Thorn at the top of our deck now, so we're going to play Ravenous. Again, thank you everyone for being here. I can't believe I've been sitting here basically all evening with double digits. I I know this might not be much for some of you or for some streamers on Twitch, but for me this is absolutely amazing. I started streaming just over a week ago, and I'm really thankful for the fact that there's so many people that are interested in what I'm doing. So all I can say is thank you that you're here. And if I can ask one little thing more, then I'd love to get a follow, but no obligation at all. Is this a 2 cost? Yes, it is. Oh, but it's gonna, no, it's fine. It's gonna be a 1. All right, we'll do that. Okay, not sure why I need to think about this one. It's a 1. It's not gonna do anything. However, Snatch, the next card, is a more interesting question. If this hits, I draw a card. They might just let this hit. If they don't, they need to use 2 cards to block it, which leaves them with 1 card in hand, which means they don't have a turn. Right? If they don't block it like they don't, then they're going to let me put Bittering Thorns in Arsenal, which is good because it's going to give me a 5-card turn unless they rip something out of my hand. And I think this is pretty good here. So unless they have the card, I don't remember its name, that I need to take a card out of my hand. No, that's fine. That's 5. Just continue taking that. Okay. Right. Frailty again. What are they playing? Okay. All right. Okay, I might have been a bit over eager here. Okay. Blood box, we're down to 7. Okay. Right, I think it should still be fine. Famous last words, right? So we're going to play a Ronin Renegade, and then once that's played, we're going to play the Art of War. Okay, Art of War, pitching a stab wound, and we're going to buff and banish to draw 2. And we're going to banish the Snatch. Okay, I think that went pretty well. So the Kodachis don't do anything again. I think actually this is really good into Phi. He definitely made the right choice there. Going to do Bittering Thorn next then. Actually, wait. Nope. No. Sorry, mate. My bad. Shouldn't be doing that. It's not nice. Gonna go into a Brand. Then the Bittering Thorns for 4. They're gonna let this hit. That means the next attack gains +1. Then a Double Strike for 4. Because all 3 things trigger, right? Art of War +1, Bittering Thorns +1, Tiger Stripe Shuko +1. And we are going to... I think we can tutor already. I think we need to tutor here. So we're going to get a Phoenix Flame, attack with the Phoenix Flame, and then... Oh, it doesn't hit. Oh, it needs to hit. Okay. My bad. Okay, alright. No, so I think this just got more interesting. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, so I'm just gonna block with the equipment here for 4. Yeah, and we're going to go down to 3. Okay, I think that's all good. So where do we go from here? We don't, so we can actually use Kodachis. So I think we're gonna do that. They need to respect them. So we're gonna go for 1. And we're gonna do another one. Okay, we are then going to E-Strike, putting this under draw a card. So for 5, 11. Okay, break, snap. And then we are going to... I thought we don't have enough Draconic Chain Links. No, we don't. We're going to do a Command and Conquer for 6. Not the best decision of my life here, I think. But they will need to block because otherwise I definitely got them in the Kodachi lock. I could tutor, but I don't have Snapdragons, so no, that doesn't make any sense. We're going to hope for a good... Oof, 4, okay. Right. Right, I think that should be okay if we block for 2 here. Yes. Pass. How did they get back to 4? Did they play... Oh, I kind of missed something here. Okay, I'm going to play Art of War, pitching a blue. Discard. I'm trying to hope to put them further into a corner here. So that's going to come in for 4, Rising Resentment. And then Blazing Headlong is going to come for 6. No, for 5. Let's first do the Kodachis. Okay. They're going to take that. Kodachi going to take that. And then we're going to do Place Headlong for 5. I'm hoping they're going to let it hit so I can trigger Mask, but I don't think they're going... Yeah, they're not going to do that. Do I have... Nope. I need 1 resource. Okay, right. So 2-1. And they pass their turn, which should mean this game is mine. So 4-4. Should I do... No, let's do Kodachi. Let's start slow, Kodachi. They can let the first one go, but then they need to block the second one. And another one. Okay, they need to block that as well. Then we're going to play Mounting Anger for 4. For 6, okay, and that's the game, right? Just another Mounting Anger. Unless they played me. No. Alright, that's the game. Huzzah! We got another win. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. And you all know what that means. First of all, I don't know what kind of notes I should take here. I think I'm just going to say erasing worked. In total, I can do more damage from turn to turn. Watch out for What was the token called again that takes the one from the weapons? Oh, I forgot. Guys, remind me. What am I thinking of? The one that I played twice? My God, where's my brain? Okay, I'm just gonna write the -1 debuff. We all know what it means. We all know what it means, right? It's getting a bit late. So, what do we do next? We are going to go into a different view, and we're going to open up another pack. A lot of packs being opened today. Um, I think it kind of shows that I've played this hero before. The only time where we were opening this many packs when I played Azalea, probably why I liked playing her so much. The games before really didn't go all that well. So we have a yellow Bat Beats. Still don't recognize this one. That's a Seismic Stir Guardian in the swing red. That's pretty good. Seen this plenty of times. The Drowning Dire. Silver. Might want to keep this one for the new set. This might be relevant for wagering in the heavy hitters. By the way, guys, and gals, apologies. Do you like the new set? Do you look forward to it? Do you think it looks good? Somebody mentioned today in one of the discords I'm in that it looks a bit drab, the colors, when you compare it to the last set. And yeah, I think so, but I still very much like the theme. So we have a Veiled Intentions here. Another Mr. DM Armada. Just keeps going. Another Shrill form. Shrill of the Skull form. Ooh, haven't seen this one in a while. Don't know what this is called. This is a pick a card, any card. Look at the target opponent's card, name that card, then choose a random card from their hand and reveal it. If it's named card, create a silver token. That might be interesting as well for the new set. Maybe not exactly well. And finally, we have this Thunderquake. I think that's seeing some play as well in some of the card index. Right. So I want to keep streaming. I'm really enjoying this very, very much. But I think I also have to admit myself that fatigue is really starting to set in. I started work at 6 a.m. today and I stopped working after a lot of hours and I went straight into streaming. And I think it's my head is telling me it's enough for today. But I thank you all very much, so very much for being here today. Really appreciate it. Always appreciate you giving me your time, watching what I do. I hope you'll be back. If you want to see when I'm back online, when I'm going to go into other heroes in my challenge, then the challenge over here, by the way, where I'm going to play every single hero. I dread Kano over there, but it will be Kano's turn eventually. If you want to see more of it, then please follow my channel. I am online and streaming every Tuesday, Thursday evenings, Saturday and Sunday morning, maybe into the afternoon or evenings, depending how it goes. And every other Friday, I expect to have a stream as well, since I have a 4-day week every 2 weeks, and I plan to spend some of that free Friday to stream as well. Maybe do a bit of variety streaming on that Friday. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. A round of applause for everyone. I hope you have a good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for being here. Have a great day.